let's do this.
Yeah.
So, I would like each and every one of you to all gather around the table, and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these survivors, the tale of the looming corruption, and that of the mysteries within. For this, my friends, be the infamous tale of secrets in the sands, and the legendary tale of the Soulbound. Previously, our heroes would be found locked in combat with a druid of glowing green nature. However, they'd be able to down an ally and that of its sort of hyena friend. However, they would also be down in a companion to or participate in this fight in C21X, Farmer, as they would find themselves in the midst of a dreaming state despite their warforged nature. They'd glance around and find themselves on what seems to be Zenobia, a destroyed version of it, with corpses scattered about. Hearing the likes of multiple attacks and terrorists of distinguishable nature. However, when confronted by the likes of the Keeper, they were told in times like this: kill or be killed, build or destroy, and with that, old protocol would be activated as they marched into battle. The battle itself was fearsome and oh so deadly as it occurred, though they were able to take out the likes of or other individuals leading up to this. It would seem to be the likes of the flying island would begin to reform right then and there, and our heroes would soar off into the sky. It'd be Ilva specifically bashing in the skull of the hyena, sending them flying downwards below. Sirius keeping his allies alive and challenging foes with his druidic might. Phoebe would unleash old foul magic and hex her enemies, while Zaya would sear the hyena and Druid with hellfire. Farmer would corner the Samadan Druid, allowing for a checkmate but not budging. He tried to push Zael off the rubble and dive after him. However, unsuccessful as he was, as the Aarakocran monk and Kreelan would shackle him and pile drive him 60 feet downwards, rendering him unconscious. A fearsome battle, but with that, survivors, listen now. With this individual recognizing Zael, a part of the Yasuda clan, you have defeated and captured him. What information does he hold? And what lore is about this floating island? Well, we'll have to find out in Session 7 of Secrets in the Sands. And with that, my friends, I'll just pick up exactly where we left off. Alright.
Hellfire.
Hellfire. Just for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, let's, that's Icewind Dale. I don't know why you're pulling up that.
We're not there yet. Come on. We have to go to this.
Icewind Dale doesn't exist. I heard of the Azure Tiger.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Alright, so, oh boy. And let me give you guys, we'll give you guys, this for now. So, as we pick it back up where we left off, you all watch as the Samadan Druid is incapacitated, shackled, and rendered unconscious. But with that, you also notice as the last bits of the island begin to form anew. You begin to cling onto the environment for dear life, trying to balance with what little sort of grip and pretty much strength you have left. But eventually, after a bit of time, all the ground around, all the bits of the sands, all the trees themselves form anew into one singular piece. One landmass and one island. As this occurs, you begin to see a vast sort of field. You see as there are several destroyed buildings not too far from here. Destroyed life, civilization alive, or long dead, you're not sure, but it is a far, far distance away. That said, In your immediate vicinity, you guys all see this. Alright.
Dog.
It's gonna do the lighting thingy or whatnot. Alright, that's fine. I can fix it real quick. Boop. So, one thing to note, as you kind of are all sort of coming amongst this area and the bits of dirt begins to sort of form finally, you do look up towards the likes of the sky, and you see as it begins to flicker once more, and as it does, it begins to immediately turn without even a sunset to the likes of night. As this occurs, what do you all say, and what do you all do? You have a prisoner at your disposal, kind of shackled. I'm assuming, Creelan, you're holding them at the moment, like sort of holding them up barely and sort of haphazardly. But choice is yours. What you guys doing?
Well, that was quite a troublesome battle with minimal context. Who is this person?
Well, to start, welcome back, Farmer. I hope the keeper kept you safe in alignment with his namesake. And this right here, that look kind of give almost a deadly eye to the druid, our foe, and said, this druid seems to have taken offense to our friend Zale's appearance. And we would like to know why they not issued maybe a formal parley.
Zale's just gonna speak up. Yeah, I know. It's hard looking like this, and I make a lot of foes. Just they're not as stylish as me, so they get a little jealous. So go look at this man. He doesn't know him. He's trying to see anything he would try to remember from this dude.
Roll a. He is not conscious at the moment, unless you want to wait for him to, or figure out a way to just sort of slap him awake. But he got fucked up from that pile driver, man.
For one, I will go.
Sure, go stream manager.
I'll look towards Yoba and Krellin and say, for once I am in alignment with your ideals, and I'll say, let's tie him up to the tree, keep him secure.
That's the best thing you said.
All right, so you guys begin to move over towards a smaller tree, and as you do, I'm assuming you're dragging him over.
Yeah.
All right. With the do you guys have any, or what are you guys tying him with? Granted, he is sort of shackled at the moment. I don't remember if you said you put these shackles like in front of him or behind him. It's your choice. Either's fine.
I believe it was behind.
Behind.
It was behind him,
Okay, makes sense.
and then he basically got tombstoned on the way down.
And how thick is this tree? It's like a big trunk.
No, not really. It's not the biggest one. I mean, it's probably the biggest one in the immediate area and vicinity. Besides, yeah. Pretty much the biggest one in the vicinity, but
I'd say if is it like
you could
too
wrap
big enough
his.
or- Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could do what you're trying to do. You can wrap a rope around it or something and try to tie him around it. His arms probably wouldn't be able to fit immediately around it, so you're gonna need something else to help tie it, but it's not
Wait,
the
do you
biggest
have
thing. I think you still have either a little bit of rope or chain from the very, very first session. I don't think you guys got rid of it.
We never did get rid of that rope, did we?
Oh,
Yeah, it fell into the lava.
Oh, it did?
Oh.
It did?
It did?
Oh yeah, it broke.
It
broke.
fell into the lava when it broke.
Yeah, it broke.
Oh yeah.
I remember.
That
Did all?
happen, didn't it?
Because you guys were you chained yourselves up to, or tied yourselves up to it.
I know my part broke.
I think it was chained.
Oh,
to me,
yeah.
So I let it go to run.
That's right. Okay. All right. So you'll have to probably figure out something else then. So you may want to check your inventory, see if you got something.
Is there
Got an idea.
a broken thick branch of a tree somewhere?
Yeah. There's a, you could even if it there isn't just one laying out, you could sort of break one yourself and then just sort of grab it. Yeah, but
Can we sit him down by the tree trunk and then take like the thicker branch and kind of put it at an angle, so then when you hold the top part of it, it puts strain on the handcuffs, and that way there's a little bit more resistance than just letting him just sit there.
Yeah, I think you could do that. Between like, there's not really much of a rush at this point, so you can spend a bit of time, and even if someone decides to help you with the contraption device, then yeah, after a bit, you're able to do so.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Well, Creelan, if you're trying to help again, this is just assuming that anybody who wants to help can help, and yeah, going through this process.
I'll see what's going on. I'll twist around and get my woodcarver's tools, and I'll assist in that fashion to make it more perfect.
Easy enough. That said, while those two are doing that, everybody else make perception checks with sight.
I love sight. It's all for advantage, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sirius got a 22.
Nice. 19, 7. Alright, and then, yep, that's it. Okay,
The area. Not successful. Nothing new seen.
with a 19 or 22, I had 22 from Sirius. You guys look over, and you see something sort of poking out of this bush right here. Seems to be black. It's kind of like a sort of curved, kind of like a curved triangle, almost kind of like a beak.
I looked
Another
over and
bird.
say,
Afraid.
please reveal yourself, Keeper. We are not in the mood for surprises.
You see, as he just begins to just sort of walk out, and it's just like, he sort of stomps out a little bit, he's just like, tips his fucking hat begrudgingly.
I give him a bow.
How did you even know? Oh. Hello, Keeper.
He'll wave to
So,
you.
like, point. She's gonna point at Phoebe, mimic her voice. I can't mimic her voice. In real life, I can't. but
I'll give you a
still,
D4 inspiration if you try.
if I try. Okay.
You don't have to, I'm messing with you.
Well, I did it anyways. I
Okay.
attempted to.
What'd you say?
Her. That's the best I can do.
Alright, fine. Fine, I'll give it to you. Yeah, you attempted. Alright, here, have a D4 inspiration die. Alright. Anywho, that said, you'll see as the keeper begins to sort of walk on over to the likes of Phoebe and just sort of points directly towards her, and then begins to. Honestly, he just sort of skips about towards her. Doop doo, doop doop doo. And immediately just straight up grabs her by the wrist, looks up towards the sky, and yeets her directly upwards.
Dear God.
Oh my.
And Phoebe's gone.
That's new.
I'm not breaking eye contact with the keeper. I am lockstep watching him.
Looking dead at the Keeper and just say, was there a more gentle way to do so?
He'll nod, but then shrug.
I would like to make a request. Please be more gentle in your spiriting ways.
Make a persuasion check.
He hasn't done that before. Has his mood changed?
Make a insight check towards the keeper, Ilva.
That's a 3. Man.
3. Oh man. So with a 3, the keeper is just sort of wags his finger towards you, and then he just sort of drops down into the dirt, learning a new tactic and whatnot, and he writes into it, "Fun."
Fun.
Is this in common or celestial?
Oh, it is. That's right. It is in fucking Celestial. Good point. If anybody does speak Celestial, then you can understand it. If not, then what the fuck is on the ground?
Yeah,
Siri
you're right.
boy can.
All right. So, Sirius, you can read it.
I read it, and
Okay.
with what just happened, I'm just like, now's not the time for games. I just start walking over towards the druid.
Easy enough.
He's becoming one of us.
That said, you will see as the keeper will just sort of walk on over here. He is going to get a little bit of a running start And as he does, he will straight up dolphin dive into the sand, never to be seen again. Almost like a dolphin.
I wish I could do that.
All right. That said, you guys are all alone. Phoebe has been taken by the keeper. You guys are walking over to the Samadan Druid. What would you like to do?
First things first, Mr. Zale is gonna approach Ilva and like, hey Ilva, I saw you punching that hyena thing. Well, it was pretty sad to watch, so, I'm gonna let you borrow something, you know, till we could get something better. He's gonna pull out this very nice decorative dagger and like hand it to her.
Is this Phoebe's dagger?
No, it's my dagger.
Oh, okay, sure.
It would be cool,
Sorry.
okay?
I apologize. I accept it.
Yes, please. Take good care of Scarlet's son for me.
Scarlet's son, you name your daggers?
Yes. You don't?
No.
He's just gonna give you a weird look, like you're the weirdo in this situation.
Ilva, you remember
Uh-huh.
recalling someone, or the last person you met who named all of their weapons and stuff like that? That was an experience. Old times, but regardless. So, Sirius and Farmer, what are you two doing off to the side? Oh wait, Sirius, you said you were moving your token, right? Sorry.
Oh yeah, I'm walking towards the druid. At this point.
Yeah, I forgot you can't move it. My bad. What about you, Farmer?
I begin studying the area around and trying to get an understanding where it. Okay, we ended up in a new area. We're on an island now. We're not in the same place we were before. Would I know this without asking?
Yeah. So you know that, because you witnessed it pretty much. So you know that you are on a floating island at the moment, and who knows how far you are up at the moment. You can kind of like you can try to look down or look around to maybe guesstimate. But you are still near kind of the beach down below, and you do see off to the side there is that sort of it's not really a waterfall, but it's more of just the water itself falling from the sky, kind of like a sink. Not too far from here, through the
Gotcha.
kind of on the ocean side.
Okay, so I'll say something to the effect of intriguing. This world or this place seems to have similar magical motifs as Zenobia, although it does not make sense to have water fall directly from the sky in a single stream. I wonder what's up there.
So, does he know he's from Zenobia, DM?
Yeah, they do. I think, yeah, I believe they do. Yeah.
Yeah, of course my character would know he's from Zenobia. I guess the alternate question is, would he know that this is not Zenobia? I think by now.
That's
the
where
answer
I'm
is
getting
yes.
into it, because Ilva doesn't know where she's at.
Yeah. So, I don't think Farmer does. I mean, that's really up to Farmer. Like that's up to Matt and players' intuition and Farmer and what they think. But one thing also I should mention, because you said you were scanning around the area, looking towards the ground itself, you do see as it's sort of coursing, like kind of throughout this sort of dirt and whatnot, but it's coursing with this settling purple light. But keep in mind, it is settling at the moment and slowly dissipating, but it's still there.
I would like to investigate the purple light.
Sure thing. As you begin to sort of get down, and I mean, you can really just take your pick. It's all around you. Make an Arcana check for me. 19. Ooh, good stuff. So with a 19, it seems to be. This is definitely a strange type of magic. It's not really. It's a kind of a mix between two. Hang on a second. One, maybe even being. Well, actually, you're an artificer. Yeah, you're probably the best one to know it. it's kind of like a weird mix of sort of graviturgy magic, but the main sense that you're kind of getting is more of psionics instead. As a sort of, again, just sort of coursing with this purple thing. Like you just even investigating, even if you wanted to, trying to touch it, it kind of sort of racks your brain for a little bit before it settles and you're able to kind of keep going about your business.
Gotcha. So when you say that, the insights that I have just gained, well, like they're insights that I didn't just forget the insights that you told me, correct?
No.
You didn't. Okay. Just making sure. I don't know if I misheard. Also, for the for canon's sake, yeah, does my character know that he is not in Zenobia anymore? He knows he's not in Abilia anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. It's kind of up to you.
Leave it at that.
Yeah.
I might leave it at that. Yeah.
Because granted, the keeper mentioned this and all that stuff, and it doesn't look like just the general surroundings. You definitely Nobilia didn't have any deserts or anything like that. Zenobia, you would assume it probably had some, nowhere near your position, but you could maybe assume, right? But other than that, you've never. I guess here, make a history check for me, Farmer. On top of that,
history
11.
Damn.
From what you know, you like kind of like as you just mentioned, yeah, you don't remember ever hearing any stories or anything of like water falling from the sky in that sort of nature or form, besides, you know, rain, but definitely not like a sink pouring out of the sky.
Right.
But there you go.
So basically from what I've incited, I'm going to just wander over and I'm just going to blankly say out loud, interesting. It seems that the arcane nature of this island we are on has traces of psionic.
GM, would I know
Yes.
about psionics?
Most definitely.
Yeah. Psionics? Fun. Just as fun as I can be.
You having the ability of one of the two major ways of utilizing psionics, you know tons and tons about it, but you're not entirely sure. You're not entirely sure, as Farm didn't necessarily go into too much detail because that's all what they know. But here, make an Arcana check for me, Zale.
Yes, sir.
13. All right. With this, you at least know that psionics, there's two types, being telepathy and telekinesis. Telepathy being the one that you sort of wield. Telekinesis, you look over towards the kind of druid. It kind of reminds you of what he was kind of doing. Being whenever he was sort of moving you or changing your position without really like even really looking as if he was doing much of anything besides just the flashing of his eye.
The psionics. I wield one of them, but I don't know much about the other. Telekinesis. He's like snapping his fingers.
I'm gonna check the druid since I'm still close to it, and I'm kind of overhearing this and looking for any like lingering energy for psionics. Just opening eyes and checking wrist and where do I see a glow, because I'm ready to hit him again if something's going on.
Sure thing. Make a investigation or Arcana check, your choice.
Just imagine he wakes up and then just gets punched
Arcana.
by Dreelan.
Even though it is a 2, you do remember seeing the main thing that was ever glowing was his eyes and the bits of his magic. You seeing magic before in the likes of Sirius, Ova, and more, you know that typically magic is most of the time shot out of their hands. So the one thing that looks interesting to you is maybe their eyes, and that's about it.
I don't see it as a passive threat, so I'm just gonna keep on tying them up.
All right. That said, with the individual tied up, you all gathered forth in the night, sort of the night sky shining upon you. Anything else you guys are saying or doing?
About to wake this druid up.
Would we like to converse on what questions we should acquire from this person?
Yep. First one is where are we? Second
Hi.
one, what the hell's going on with this floating rock? And 3, any information about maybe why we're here, why he's interested in Zale, or anything else. But
I
where are
feel-
we is a huge one.
I feel we should be more compelled to prioritize asking about this conflict between this person's clans and the what was the name of it? The Asuda? I believe the name of
Yeah.
it called Yuzel.
They called me Yasuda. Like I said, don't know what that is. Besides what he said, which is clan, I guess. I don't know. Wars? Doesn't ring
Just-
a bell.
Or at least since that is what really started the conflict.
While it
We
is
should inquire
intriguing,
about that in priority.
the 5 of us are more important than this guy's conflict with whatever Zale is or isn't. If we know where we're at, we'll have a better understanding of what to do next. You can ask your question about this Yasuda afterwards, but knowing where we are will give us an advantage going forward.
I believe the only reason I bring that up is to have more of a understanding of maybe territorial environments. Do they really do this druid's clan reside in on these rocks or in the ground like where we started? And maybe the same for the Yasuda. With that, we might understand more of their way of life, so we could probably avoid such things.
Yeah,
I
the
understand.
last,
Much avoiding.
the last thing I want is to run into more of those guys who want to kidnap me and, I don't know, do what with me.
Then you might as well shave off your other horn then. 'Cause that's exactly how he saw you.
It's like, touch his horn. It's like, no, that seems a little extreme. Besides, you
You're
still see that nub on the other one.
It seems pointless, but ask your questions, let's get this going.
Agreed. Krillin, if you will.
Alright. Creelan, do you wake them up?
Yeah, they're gonna get woken up with a elbow.
I
Alright.
also just want to know that
Mhm.
if any questions are asked from the party, and this gentleman here gives any sort of lip, resistance, whatever, depending on the severity of it, I will use that branch in between the handcuffs and pull down to hurt his wrists, arms, etc.
Alright.
More of a intimidation help check, if you will.
Alright. That said, Creelan, you immediately elbow the individual, and as that happens, you see as he begins to, or as he's tied backwards, begins to slowly wake. He looks around and his eyes begin to go wide. As it happens, he looks down towards the position, and immediately the first person he looks up towards, I'd assume, who's in front of him right now? Creelan or Sirius?
I would like it to be me since I just
Elbow
elbowed him.
Okay.
Yeah,
As that
my
happens,
arms are a little short.
as you elbow him and pull back, he sees he begins to just almost sort of curse out an infernal, and then immediately his eyes begin to glow green. Creelan, make a strength saving throw.
Alright, strength. Saving throw.
Do you say anything specific in Infernal, or is it just?
It was more of like just
swearing?
God damn it.
cursing and swearing.
Yeah, gotcha.
All right. What's
When you
that?
rolls.
18.
Forgot
So
about
you
that.
see or you feel as a force begins to almost move you and take you for a brief moment, almost forcing you backwards, besides there being really just no wind, and you're able to sort of hold your ground. A similar tactic that he used probably against Zale and others. But you're able to keep your cool and it doesn't affect you.
Yeah, in saying that, can I react with a druid craft to produce, well, have the tree rapid growth, like branches to both cover the eyes and the mouth?
All right. As that happens, you see as his eyes begin to slowly be covered by the bits of branches as they begin to intertwine in front of him. You can see the little bits of green sort of shining behind them and the mouth as well. You see as it kind of binds him for a brief moment before pulling him backwards even further. He's trying to speak, but he can't at the moment with the binding in the mouth from the branch. You could assume it's be more cursing, Zale.
I seem to, in my anger, have forgotten that this person being a spellcaster, covering visual and auditorial abilities probably would have been for the best.
I don't mean to be rude, but how are we supposed to talk to him if we cover his mouth?
I'm gonna take the dagger that Zale gave me and just put it towards his neck, and I'm just gonna softly say, "You best behave. This dagger is going through your neck."
As it happens, you see as he begins to just stop for a brief moment, looking around, realizing the situation. He begins to stop struggling for a bit with the dagger ever so close to his neck. That said, what do you all do?
I'm gonna step back 10 feet because I know I'm gonna kill this thing if anything else happens. So, and then you'll see me kind of like point to him with both hands, have at it, because I'm not happy.
Krillin walking aside, just pacing back and forth.
Just-
Oh, my man got me.
man.
Oh,
This man got me fucked up. Oh man. All right.
In
Well,
that case, I will sit cross-legged in front of the druid, and then say, "If we did not come in peace, you would not have this opportunity to breathe another gasp of air. Right now, all we want is answers. We do not. You seem to have a quarrel with my companion, but do know he is not of the Yusuda that you speak of. Now, if you seem to bring any more opposition or harm to us, your star will fade. Now please comply."
all right.
And I'll release the druid crap on the mouth.
That said, persuasion or intimidation check with advantage because Ilva helping you.
Sirius would do
Areas is
persuasion.
scary.
Yeah.
You'll see Krelin nod at Sirius like this is good.
17.
17.
threatening people
Ooh. You see as you begin to unleash the sort of branch away from, or the branch binding from his mouth, he begins to just sort of settle for a brief moment and then look around, understanding his situation.
He's still blinded.
Yeah, I know.
On
Well,
the gag.
he's still like kind of trying to get a feeling of something. His head is still moving as much as he really can with a dagger beside his throat, you know? So
He's gotta be up gun. Get him!
yeah. Byakugan. No, I'm kidding. But
Blood. Focus, where are you?
yeah. But he just begins to say, "Let me go, and I will speak."
answer our questions, and it will be considered. That is the only way you'll be able to get leverage.
Well, this thing is, if you need information, then what stops me from just keeping quiet and you getting nothing?
The dagger
Life.
specifically.
I'm gonna take.
Then
the
you
dagger
get
and
nothing
just
then.
Clip his neck.
As you do, bits of blood begins to sort of spill out. It just begins to go. "Ugh."
You are the first person that we've come across, and there will be others we come across. Your life right now is meaningless. We will find another to give us the information. You are just right in front of us. That is the only reason why you are alive right now.
See, begins to sort of almost a little bit of anger begins to almost creep up onto his face, and then just says, "Then fine. What do you want then?"
Well, what is this plane?
Seems to sort of almost have a confused sort of thing. What? This plane.
What is the,
The-
name?
The material plane. What are you talking about?
What do you call it?
Believe it is called. Voden?
Voden?
Silva will look towards Farmer.
What kind of question is that?
Where is Zenobia?
You mean where's out of
No,
character?
s-
You mean where's Nobilia? I did a little retcon. He was talking about Nobilia.
Oh, I
not
apologize.
Nobia.
I apologize. So yeah, so basically Ilva will look towards Farmer and then go back towards
Super
the
dark.
druid here and just say that.
Uh,
instead. I didn't realize he retconned
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Also, chat, the map is dark because it's nighttime.
We don't got dark vision.
Oh,
You
man.
do.
No, I don't.
Nobilia, that is my home nation.
Is that on Voda?
Hey. No, it is not within. I've never heard of the term Voden. As a matter of fact,
You
I think
actually
this
all have.
druid-
Huh?
You all have. The voice that mentioned it when you emerged out of the teleporting looking thing, like right after. He mentioned from a while ago
Okay,
something.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
You're good.
Heat fragmenting. Oh yes, Voden. I am continually puzzled why everyone is using the term Voden. I am from Nobilia, and we are on planet Zenobia.
Hearing that, Sirius will say, "This is not Tahiti."
You're from Tahiri? Wait. I'm gonna pressure the druid a little more fanatically now. I said, what is this planet? This is Voden. Are any of the places we mentioned known to you? Tahiri, Zenobia, I can't remember the other one you said.
Planets.
Nobilia.
Nobilia.
Nobilia. Yep. You'll see as the individual begins to just look out, and I don't know why it shows that they're dead. Hold on, fix that. If I can, here, I'm just gonna. They have 1 HP, but just
Didn't do
know.
it.
Yeah.
Nah, is that one elbow?
Is that one elbow? That shit hit different. I'm gonna heal him back up to full, but keep in mind he's at 1 HP. This is just to fix the other thingy.
Nice.
God damn it. Alright, but you'll see as he begins to say, planets, what are you talking about planets for?
Why did you not know what star you live on?
Who
But
are,
I hail from
I've never heard of these
buddy-
things. Who are you people?
That's a
You-
great question. I would love to answer that if I knew. You see, my head is literally quite empty right now. More than it usually is, mind you.
You see as he begins to hear Zale speak, he begins to sort of wince for a brief moment, and then sort of relaxes. Is that the Yasuda speaking?
What is a Yasuda?
Yeah, that's also a good question. What is that?
Hmm. 17 on your insight, so yeah. I'll give you that information. Yasuda. I will answer that question, but a question of my own, if I may.
Let us hear your answer.
I mean, I'm sure we can allow him one question, you know.
Us first, Zale.
Fine. Yasuda. An Oculi clan. Focused on telepathy.
Going through my personal data banks on the term oculi, I would not know what an oculi is because I'm not
No.
from Tahiri, correct? Okay.
Yep, you would not.
Yeah, that checks out. You know, I do those things. I am one.
You see as he begins to say that, or you say that, he begins to sort of almost sort of snarl for a brief moment, but
He
then
spoke. He's not a. What are you? He made. Whatever you think he didn't do. We're all five of us are on the spot because we got placed here. So, you had a question for us. What is it?
placed here. You ask puzzling questions. Questions that is common knowledge. What is... Who are you people, and where did you come from, if I may ask too?
Sounds like we are from different aspects, different walks, different areas of life. Farmer here said something completely different, and Syria and I said something completely different, and you mentioned Voden. We don't know. That's the truth. Why we're here. We got placed here.
Persuasion check with advantage, and the DC is lowered as well. Ilva.
Sorry, you said which one? Sorry.
Persuasion check with advantage, and the DC is lowered.
Oops. Oh boy.
14. Yeah, that's enough. All right, you can continue what you were saying if you're adding stuff onto that.
We have no idea why we're here. We're placing it. We're putting the pieces back together. So, you can imagine our surprise when you come busting out yelling, saying this Yasuda stuff when we have no idea what that means. It means nothing to us. Even if he is what you say he is, that does not mean anything in this moment to him. There is no feelings of ill will, nothing. The same goes for us. You attack us.
The Yasuda lie and deceive. They steal, they cheat, and more. They kill innocents, they manipulate them with their minds.
You are naive to the exception. You do not know of this Yasuda that you claim.
Oh, I know.
Not even asking of his name before you try to take the life out of them.
You are no different than the Yasuda by attacking innocents. What about the rest of us?
Don't you dare lump me in with them.
You're no different than you and I.
What?
I've been around death, killing, innocence, not so innocent. I know what it looks like. You and the rest of us are not so similar, or not so different, I mean. Whatever this is, he is not this enemy you're seeking.
Ah, man. Hold on one second. Let's see. Where is it? There you go. Oh. 21 with that. You speak with conviction. But how can I be so sure that he hasn't manipulated your mind like the others? This is what they do. This is what they've always done for millennials. Fuck it. You see,
Millennials everywhere.
exactly. Oh man.
Yo, you actually see me. Oh, there we go. Fly back up to him. Once I move my token. And then I'll like lean in, beak to face. How would one know if they're being manipulated? Is that even possible?
Thing is, depends on how long it's been taken, or how long it's manifested. Once they seep the lies into your brain, then they spread, similarly like to the starry ones. A plague.
I'll smack his back, just like haphazardly, jokingly. I said, don't worry. If he makes anything, any type of weird, strange move, how about this? I'll help you kill him. All right.
Oh, thank you. I feel really comfortable with that.
Nova will just wink. She'll pull up her iBand there for a second, just wink.
Eyes?
You see a red eye with just like 3 little black marks.
Oh man.
See,
Actually, speaking of
Creelan's-
which, well, go ahead.
Oh, I'll say you'll see Creelan stand up straight, slowly turn to Zale. Have you been manipulating me?
No, you're way too intelligent for that.
That was so
Just give him a
condescending.
pat on the head.
Alright. Creelan didn't accept this. He's not really he's short, right over his head. So he's gonna lean back down to the druid. We have all not been manipulated. And then I'm just gonna float back 10 feet.
Look, you can believe me, I don't manipulate people.
As soon as you begin to start speaking, he winces and then calms himself.
Look, Leah, I might have telepathy, I might have a red eye, that's pretty cool looking. I'm not who you say I am. If I am, I don't even remember. I can forgive the whole trying to kidnap me, let bygones be bygones. It's in the past, even though it was like an hour ago or something. We could just get along or something, I don't know.
Get along? Is that what you think? You think that it's just as simple as, we do battle, and then just, all of a sudden, they just have a change of heart. After so long and after many years, we just let bygones be bygones.
You can at least start.
I mean,
And why? And why exactly would I do that? You said that he was not Yasuda, or at least did not know of it. Why forgive the entire thing if he's not a part of it? Which one is it then?
Do you wish for peace or death? Not death in battle, death in the heart. Do you wish for your entire life to be living on the same level in an animalistic way? Worrying about survival?
He begins to just sort of sit there and ponder for a moment. And I believe this war has gone on for too long. There's no way to simply just stop it. And all the death, all the lives lost during this time, they can't be for nothing.
Then let them memory not live for more ensued violence, but maybe a hope for peace. You all living under the star called Odin. We all live under one sky. It is to be shared, not split apart.
Wait, hold on. Actually, does he? Hold on 1 second.
You've activated the trap card.
Oh shit, damn it!
magic cylinder.
Does he? I think I need to. Yeah. Well, hold on. Yeah. Okay. I need to make a history check real quick. 9.
God
Okay.
damn it, he's dumb.
Here's what he says.
Oculi.
He's a meathead.
Oculi bad. I kill you now. Oh. Oh no, Zug's here. But
Oh, got it. What is Zug? Is that a sacrifice?
Jesus Christ. Oh man. Also, Farmer, I believe you received inspiration or a D4 inspiration. I'll leave it to you guys, like the players, to like check on chat, because I literally can't look at the chat during, or the Discord thingy, face cam thingy gets frozen. So let me know if you get inspiration dice, and you can interrupt me. I'm okay with that. All right, but he will say, sort of almost laughing, kind of under his breath. You sang united under one land known as Voden, and just says, if we are united, then why are there? Then why is it even split into 3 then?
Man, I miss letting you know.
Oh god, 3 skies! What the fuck? This one's blue, purple, and the next one's orange? God damn it! Fucking phone, dude, I can't even get my fucking...
Okay,
Well, he's not. Well, here, you don't think he's referring to the sky. He's referring to 3 of something.
I said sky, not land.
Well, yeah, I know. But you said you didn't say
sky, right?
you didn't say united with the sky. You just said if we're united or something.
Seriously, it's the stars. Is there one sky?
Make a perception check real quick.
20!
20. There's a single star floating about that splits into 3 separate sky. No, fuck with you. There's one sky. All right, or is? Actually, what did you get total?
20.
20.
20? Nah, never mind. All right. Yeah, I don't think it'd be. Yeah, well, nah, I don't think so from here. Okay. Anywho, that said, do you say anything in response to him saying that why are there 3 separated into 3?
Yeah.
Do these 3 own the sky?
I don't think so. I was Do you not know of the valley or the taiga?
I say to you once again, we do not hail from the star. We come from different planes, different places. Zenobia, Tahiti, not of Odin. We have been abducted and been placed here, not of our own volition.
Well, whatever.
I hope that sheds light into the fact that once again we are not adversaries, or when again look and go towards the Yasuda. We do not have any connections to these.
But whatever, I jest in reference to the Forbidden Expanse, the Asia Taiga, and Jaded Dragon Valley.
I'm assuming those are regions.
Yeah, of the sorts.
Do they see the same stars as us?
I believe so.
Then there's a chance for peace.
I have a question. Why exactly do you seek to unite or bring peace to a land you have no ties to? What do you care?
Ilva is also interested in why we care.
That is one of my own journey. A very sad journey. One that set me on to search for something.
Well, that said, is this all the questions that you have? Or is there more?
I look at the group.
You'll see me gently float back up. I'll lean forward again, beak the face, and I'll just
I thought you said beat the face. I was like,
this power of yours to attempt. You'll see me kind of brush my chest off. Things and people. What is that way?
There it is, the lion.
That way, 'tis one of the many powers of our people. The Oculi clan of the Samadan might.
You'll see me crack my knuckles. They may require a visit. And I'll float back.
You're already here in the thing that we even made.
This place, Samadan? Are there people
Yes.
here?
Well, I'd hope so. Or then this journey would be pointless.
are these floating mountains your home?
They're all of our homes, of the Samadans. We made them, and then let them get tainted by the Yasuda. And other clans as well.
I wish to learn more about your home. Would you show us?
Sorry, what?
Do you say that out loud?
No, that is 100% out loud.
I'm sorry, I love the visual of Ilva just turning around and saying that.
Moment, I wish to learn more about you. What the fuck?
Yes, sure. Of course, you just sort of come back with me, I'll be all bloodied up and tied together, and then we'll have a big ol' celebration as we celebrate peace and unity, of course.
And don't forget, we're also bringing our Yasuda friend here with the one horn, and everyone will welcome him.
Of course, of course.
Why do we always have to mention the
It
one
is
horn thing?
settled.
I'm insecure
Let's
about
go.
it.
Farmer, it was sarcasm.
Yeah, that was
Really
sarcasm.
on that.
I'm really insecure about the horn. Why does everyone keep bringing it up? Touch it.
Well, my, everybody, one of you guys can make a persuasion check with advantage because of the, sort of precaution that you guys have already made, or intimidation check. Both will give different results.
Who's got charisma?
Me, the sorcerers.
Okay, so it'll be
I
a
am.
different thing. Well, you have to actually tell me what you're saying then.
Oh, never mind. I'm not good at words. At least I attempted.
Depending on what you say, obviously lowers or raises the DC.
I think I'll just make a statement saying I'm just trying to at least get him to calm down. Trying to be like understanding.
I understand that you like hate my guts currently, but you know, if I was this big bad Yasuda who's manipulating these four, we wouldn't be questioning you. You would have probably been dead already. You know, you're alive right now because we cared enough to let you live instead of just throwing you off that island. And I think that's worth something.
Slowly turn to Zale, and I whisper, I could have threw him off.
Telepathic message in his head. We could have, but we're not doing that now. That's telepathy. No one can hear that.
You mean I could have added extra 60 feet to that drop?
Primary Lotus! Jesus. Alright. You'll see as he begins to say, well, actually here, I'll tell you what, make your persuasion check with advantage.
Yay.
Oh shit.
Why?
Let's go!
Well,
Oh.
I'll fucking crack that. Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
That's really good.
We cracked the shell to this separation and we're starting to build unity. You'll love
So-
to
Natural
see it.
20. World
At
peace.
this point, with anybody of or anybody who having a passive insight of above 12 could realize at this point, after what the brief experience with you guys and like talking and not killing each other for a bit, he kind of fully grasps what's happening in this situation, probably who you are and whether you're truthful or not, and kind of your intentions at this point. And he just says, I at least think I understand this all, but I don't know if I could just simply bring you to, or just tell you exactly where my home is. I think you could probably understand why I would have a little bit of hesitations regarding that.
Oh no, completely understandable. You know, bringing me there, probably horrible idea. They'll probably all want me dead, most likely.
Besides, Ooh, if you were gonna say
That's
something.
his VS thoughts. I put my hand on the sand. Or is this sand or dirt?
It's dirt right here.
Okay. I put my hands on the dirt. Then use Druidcraft to make a druidic symbol of I don't know, saying druidic of peace and unity.
He can't see it
Then-
right now, remember?
I know, I'm getting there.
okay.
Getting there. There's a process. and then I'll put the other hand up, saying, as a token of both mercy and hopefully friendship, I bless you with this. And I'll release the Druidcraft on his eyes, and hopefully he'll see the symbol.
We'll look down towards it. Just sort
When
of.
you are ready to at least bring us to your home, present this. You do not have to do it now.
I don't think you understand exactly what I am saying, though. Let me explain. My home is not just around the corner or something. It's not just a little bit of a trek. No. This journey to or this land, it took us years. And look at the rest of us. There isn't any, except me and just that other sort of beast that I found. To travel to the valley would be possible, but I'd assume that, I don't know exactly how long you've been here. You could probably assume that it's very dangerous.
Anything else here about it? You see, I am not really good at what others may call a social encounter. And I hope this is probably a good start for maybe the beginnings of peace that I so passionately kept bringing to the table.
Sure. That said, you, if I may ask, so I know that one is Yasuda. Which one are you? And I'll look over towards Ilva.
You just asking for my name?
No, your clan. You cover your eyes. You are Oculi, correct?
No. I don't have a clan. It is a burden more than anything.
This burden
I am a nomad.
This burden sounds at least similar, but right. So, are there any other questions that you have, or is that all?
Oh, I have one very important. Why did you want to kidnap me exactly? I get the whole hating me, but I thought that would go to killing instead of taking me.
Well, that wasn't a part of the original plan.
The original plan?
Like I said, I was on an expedition or journey with the rest of my, a portion of my clan. We were simply supposed to scout here and find the other home for the Yasuda and report back. However, let me explain something to you. I grew up all my life waiting for the day to come in contact with one of you. To finally see them, I thought of everything that I would possibly say, how I would kill them, and how I would hang each and every single one of them.
Vicious.
However, I knew this quest and whatnot to not leave any casualties, not sort of leave any to wait and hold out for the final attack. But after years of hatred and knowing nothing but hate towards you, seeing you and that damned eye of yours, I lost control and I lost my cool. Anger took me. Seems to be that even felt like a blood-filled rage of Mogus sort of took me for a moment. But regardless, I digress. I didn't mean to, but don't be mistaken. If you weren't who you said you were, I wouldn't hesitate to kill you.
Thank you for your honesty. I'll take that into account. Try to sleep with one eye open. The one you like, of course.
Goodness. Alright. At that point, he waits for anything else, if you have any other questions for him.
I'm gonna say broadly to the party. It seems that our new druidic acquaintance has entrusted us with a level of truth-telling that should be respected back to them.
So does that mean
This is one of those, okay, out of character, this is one of those situations where I started talking and then I ended up in a spot where it was like, oh wait, what am I saying? No, I'm just trying to say, hey,
Oh, thank God. I was like, wait.
look at this person. They have been honest with us. Yay them, basically.
It's
all I'm trying to
just
say.
like
Yay them!
if you had a Zelda moment of like the item holding, you just like honesty.
Honesty. Hip, hooray.
Oh, adorable. So we gotta do name introductions then?
I guess I was thoughts.
Words are hard.
Slightly bow my head and say, my name is Sidious, and I hail from Tahiti.
Saying this to the individual, I assume?
Yeah.
Alright. Fine. I am Kaio of the Samada clan.
You say Kylo?
Nope, I gotcha. It is.
Kylo
yeah, he's
Ren.
Kylo Ren. Nah, I gotcha, buddy. It
No
is.
wonder he's so angry.
It is Kaio. Kaiyo.
Ooh.
Kaio.
Yep. Or you can simply just call me Kai for short.
Salutations, Kai. I am C21F, but you can refer to me as Farmer. I am from Nobilia, on the world known as Zenobia.
Farmer, and then Sirius. One of you three.
Come on, you two. Come on, go on.
Play nice.
Alright, I'll fly up and over and behind him and just kind of like put my beak over his shoulder and
You
slightly
really love doing
turn.
that, don't you?
He's so
I'm
rich, I
Kreelan.
love it.
And this is my
This is too
way.
funny. I am Kreelan. I hail from Leonios.
Loloni.
I just messed them all up. Leonios. That got me laughing.
We've been so good at words today.
Words
Hey
are
man, I
hard.
just got my coffee. I'm trying to. It's like you don't wake up and say, "Oh shit, now I got the diplomatic immunity." Ah,
This damn
fuck.
millennials.
Damn you millennials! That's weird. Damn you!
I'm the
Oh,
hind
man.
force of the Pathkeeper sect from the Kinside Temple in the Dogram Mountains.
That rings true to one of you, obviously. Or familiar.
Lord.
Actually, both two of you. Animus is pogging. Keelan.
I heal from Leonios.
And you?
Who's he pointing to?
Well, I can't point, but he's looking
Oh yeah,
towards
I
Ilva.
forgot that part.
The one with the
You
dagger
people can't
to
point right now.
the one with the dagger to his neck just sort of looks over. It's just like,
I'll put the dagger away. I'll
Yeah.
put the dagger away and
Better take care of that dagger.
is there any special properties, by the way, from this?
It's a dagger.
That's it.
you said it was like
Yeah.
designed or had like
It's
cool designs. Is
cool
anything?
looking.
It's just cool looking. Okay, cool.
It's, unless I'm not allowed to bring random magic items.
Anything significant to your backstory? No, I'm kidding.
Maybe.
You don't know. You're a music.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, there you go.
The name's Ilva, and I'm also from Tahiri.
Let's see. And you?
Though the accent of Leonios is Leonias, for where I'm from.
Right. I'll make sure to remember that.
I would do the introduction, but you don't seem in the mood. I'm Zale Xenakis. I guess I'm from here. I don't know. I don't really remember where I am. It's complicated.
Wait. What did you say your last name was?
Oh no. Xenakis.
Takes the
Please-
life back out.
Please don't attack me.
Zale, I'm gonna tell you now, if your last name's like the fucking name of a heir of demon lords, I'm gonna be say fuck it.
Last I checked, it isn't. I made it up in my head in the car.
We find out you're chief of these fucking. Yeah.
Zale is the big bad.
No.
Xenakis. That is. Hold on. Where did you. This is a stupid question, but. Did you come up with that name, or did you find it somewhere?
That's what I remember my name is. I didn't find it. That's, I guess, who I am.
That is infernal in nature. Which brings me to my next question. Why do you have horns?
Stop. You're bullying me.
One
Yeah,
horn.
it's kind of uneven too. So
It's a long story. I wouldn't want to bore you with it.
no, come on, Zale. I'm interested too.
I would like to hear this as well.
You know, I don't believe, unless this is from the place that you come from, humans or humanoids don't just really go walking around with horns unless you are really Minotaur or Tiefling descendants or anything.
You would be way prettier as a tiefling.
What the fuck? Is it like a Did you say that in character?
Yes.
Serious in heads, like, isn't he already a tiefling?
Well, I grew these horns, after learning my fighting style. He's like nodding his head.
Blink, blink.
So you just grew them? What, did you have puberty or something? What does that even mean?
Yeah, Zale, did you go through puberty?
Of course I'm an adult.
Oh, you have tiefling descent, Zale?
I
Do we all grow horns?
Even me?
Well, for you, farmer, you could just attach that.
Gets rhino horn.
Can that be a thing?
I am ready for combat. Oh man.
It's like I said, it's really complicated, and you know, I can't just go around saying everything. Sips water.
Yes, because
Yeah,
you
water?
don't.
Hey, what the fuck?
Yes, because yes, of course, it makes sense because you don't have a knife sort of put to your throat. I believe you still have the knife, right? Towards him.
I put it away.
Okay. Well, you aren't necessarily bound or anything up against a tree, so I guess it makes sense of why you wouldn't be compelled to say anything.
I mean, I just, the way you reacted to it makes me worried. You might attack me again.
Yes, I sure can. I'll sort of kind of motion towards his hands and whatnot, tied back, and then
can push
Creelan
me
literally
still.
perched on top of him.
Well, at this point, Sirius would look towards Kriva and Ilva and kind of give him a look. I don't know how good you guys' insights are, but just saying, like, is it alright?
Good question. Let's see that. Let's roll some insight. If we let him go, do we feel like he's going to, pounce on Zale?
26. Ooh, okay.
Damn, that shit good.
A natural 20 for a
Where'd you
total of
find that
26.
20?
Ilva, you know it's probably not the best idea to let this guy free. Not necessarily that he might attack Zale. He doesn't really show any ill intention. It's more of like you having an intuition that, though he seems honest, he seems truthful, you can't really trust this guy. Like, you only know so much about him, right?
Gotcha.
Probably not the best idea.
You will stay locked up for a little bit longer here.
I figured as much.
It's nothing personal. It's just, thing.
Can't take any chances.
Is there a time when I will be free then? To go and do as I do?
More when the rocks start crumbling again.
Right.
That's a great question. Yeah. Oh, I just remember.
Oh shit! Yeah, we're on a rock that might explode.
How
Yeah.
do we, why, how do we get off this without dying?
We have ways. You think maybe we'll have time for maybe a bit of rest, or do you want to
Well, why don't we
start
ask? Why
examining
don't we
the?
ask the guy who lives here? How long till these things explode?
1 second, I gotta pull up lore and notes.
He
Ah,
just pulls out a
shit.
giant piece of paper, like, let's see.
The whole time graph.
Honestly, I do. I have to pull up the fucking 140 page document of lore.
I was referring
Give me a
to
minute.
Kai specifically, not you.
You should have saw me freaking, was it yesterday? Yeah, I had to like open it up and just control find. All right. No, not that one.
Not that one. That's the Death Star.
Okay. Blah blah blah.
That one, that's the Tarask hidden underneath this place.
Wait, really? Didn't know that.
Oh no.
Didn't know that. Wrote it right
Oh
to it.
no. That makes me worried.
But oh, okay. Yeah, I thought so. It is simply when we, or when one of the individuals of a Samadin nature, or at least telekinesis, typically decides to do so, is when it explodes. If not then it would be typically... Well, it's multiple things to it. Another way could be that they figured out at least, or the Yasud or anybody who resides up here, has figured out how to sort of, or maybe hasn't figured out how to stop this sort of timer that resides for when it explodes. We typically use this as a scare tactic to keep everybody from coming over here, but apparently that doesn't really work, because you are here. And can I,
Like, how you built different? You built
That shit
normal.
That shit don't pace me. Have you seen Leonios?
It's like the TikTok with like the egg in his like arm thing and he crush it. Different.
I was gonna eat that.
Alpha, stop wasting our
You
ration.
all are either very, very, You all are strange and maybe stupid, but maybe brave, or that's curious. I don't know. Regardless, you really did look towards a floating island that exploded and crash landed into the ground and said, "Hey, let's go check out that place."
Look,
I've seen
trust
you
me,
there.
I was against it. It was those two. Wanted to say, oh, let's take to the by the reins. Let's go up the floating. He's mimicking Sirius, by the way. I'm sure it will go great, guys. Let's go up the floating island with barely any way to get down and have no clue about it.
Sirius just puts his head down a bit, just like, I just wanted to understand the land and maybe
Look, now
help
you
us.
made the druid cry. He's sensitive.
I kind of wanted to help, you know.
Oh, buddy. So you'll see as he just says, to get up and down, then typically we just use either one of, well, from what I've heard, they use beast of the sorts to sort of fly onto the islands and whatnot. Smartens like us, we just simply grab bits of, well, enough soil or structure and whatnot and just soar ourselves up here. Typically it requires more than one person, so that's why I was waiting down below.
Are we to expect another one of your clan's people?
Here, unless there was somebody secret here that we didn't know about, or a scout or someone that was captured, probably not.
Can
My
we expect
question is,
anyone?
well, that's my next thing. Where is everyone?
Of your clan?
No, of his. I'll look towards Zale.
You're asking all these questions to me, but I just...
Well, not
I don't
specifically to
know.
you, I'm asking in general. Why haven't they shown up here? Where are they now? That's why I was confused when I saw you even on the ground in the first place. There wouldn't be a reason for an Oculi to travel to the grounds of Voden.
Well,
Unless they had to do something specific.
Hey, real quick here. This Yasuda stuff. Where do they live? How far up?
Like I said before, Jaded Dragon Valley. But
Oh my god.
what the hell's a Jaded Dragon Valley?
it's
From
Your information is insufficient. Can you provide us some coordinates or a general direction in relation to? And then he stops all of a sudden, looks up, and realizes that this time doesn't work the same way, so he can't relate the sun to anything. In a cardinal direction that you can recognize.
I could, but like I said before, I don't feel comfortable just telling you exactly where my home is and where all of my people reside. The valley is whatever, that's just a region, but...
Is the region... Sorry, I'm just really confused here. Is the
You're
region
good.
above us?
The region is... north of us, rather.
North but not up?
North but not up. We just
In other
typically...
words, up on a two-dimensional map.
Yeah,
So
pretty
I'm
much.
being an idiot. Okay.
Yeah. We typically just use the landmarks to find our way over here. We knew that, at least from what our what our research told us, they would be, or the Yasuda clan would be near the beaches, near the, well, his hands aren't really, well, his hands are bound, but he'll sort of motion over to the falling water, off into the ocean, sort of thing, kind of like a sink. We use that, and after sort of finding the giant sort of tree over there, and we'll just sort of look over to the left. Hold on, make sure you guys are... it's kind of behind him, so we'll kind of look towards the left. But, he's referring to the massive sort of tree sort of piercing throughout the... or piercing through the clouds. Again, that that journey took at least a year. If not 2. That was constant travel. Hell, I don't even know if you could probably get past, well, the bridge anyways.
The bridge.
The bridge has been taken over by the Starry Ones. There's no real way to sort of leave this area. Unless you have means of flight, which we do.
Zale's trying to look at Preela.
You don't really tell, but Creelan smiles just a little bit.
Could you explain in more detail about these starry ones? We seem to heard about these individuals, but do not know much of what exactly they are.
I have... If I remember right, I need to sort of reach into my pocket, but I'm sure you won't even let me.
I'll pat first. I want to get poked with no sharp object first.
Yeah.
And then I'll go ahead and grab it.
There's a
Okay.
bear trap in there.
That said, you feel a couple of things in that of his pockets and whatnot. Are you only grabbing the papers that he is referring to?
No, we'll grab it all.
Grab it all? Alright.
Robbery.
As you grab things, you grab the likes of a druidic focus. A tag referencing this modern, similar to Zale's tag of the Yasuda. Instead, it's different. The different clan name and all that. You see his plans, but another thing that may find interesting to one of you, you find 3 good berries. Oh boy.
He left.
Oh my goodness.
Alright.
Start squishing the field berry. I was like, what is this?
Don't you fucking waste that precious jewel!
Oh man. Why do you think I fucking banned them? But
Why does he eat your tab?
serious, for your sort of knowledge, you have no idea what the fuck that is.
What?
Or you would have took the spell, what do you mean? Alright. Or you would have been, actually, you would have just changed spells or whatever to good berry. But you do just basically see a couple of 3 good berries. Now, Ilva, you kind of have a general, well, actually, no, I don't think you do. I don't think you've ever seen a good berry before. Yeah, you've never seen a good berry before. I'm thinking back to Tomb of Annihilation. Yeah, I don't think so. But regardless, for the plans themselves, you see, as it says, plans to deal with the Starry Ones. Never say their name, never let them touch you, and when fighting them, focus your thoughts on the future and focus your memories on 1 to 3 meaningless things. Whenever you need to talk about them, use the gem crystals to do so.
Sorry, that was a lot right off the hop there.
I got you. I can repeat it.
Full in the detail.
Yep. So, it says plans to deal with the Starry Ones. Number 1, never say their name. Number 2,
C word.
yeah. Never let them touch you is number 2. Number 3, when fighting them, focus your thoughts on the future. And focus your memories on 1 to 3 meaningless things. The last one, whenever you need to talk about them, use the gem crystals to do so when you need to reference them.
And what is this gem crystal?
Well, I love it how you guys forgot.
I didn't.
You guys never mentioned it before, but you guys have crystals in your persons, like embedded into you guys's, and you've never mentioned it once.
Because I
didn't touch
haven't
it.
undone my breastplates.
Yeah.
Hey,
How am I
that's-
supposed to know some weird crystals in my thigh?
I assumed that you guys shower, but apparently y'all just smell like ass. or
When
not
are we
shower.
supposed to
Or not
shower?
shower, but take a
Shower just
or not shower, but fucking clean yourselves. But apparently y'all just smell like ass.
How do we clean ourselves? We have nothing.
I don't
Teleported
fucking.
into zombies, into a water elemental thing, to a stupid monkey to here. There's no time for showering.
Looks at beach and looks at fucking water weirds.
Oh my God. Yeah, which is the water that we let a water elemental just roam freely.
Yeah, fuck the water. It's like, why are we gonna touch the water? It's like, oh no, now I'm gonna shit it. Oh no, water.
I had fully intention to bathe in that little rock temple thing, but no, they started drowning our compatriots.
I got to bathe in.
I get to bait. We're getting drowned and killed by him. Yeah, you know.
One way to put it.
Polished.
But there you guys go. So if that's the case, then yeah, I guess you have no idea what the fuck that means then.
We'll find out next time.
Would someone have seen mine? Because I splayed my wings a couple times, especially when I tombstoned that guy.
Probably, but they
uh,
probably would have just thought it was a Bunkster person. They probably wouldn't have thought it's strange, and I don't think so. That's up to them.
I don't know, man. Your primary load is pretty fast.
I haven't undressed, so like I haven't. Like, I mean, maybe feel something a little tight, whatever. But like, I wouldn't really know.
Sand.
Sounds anti-productive when you're fighting for your life. Oh my god. I don't know what you're talking about, Chris.
Who the hell said that?
That's Lamon from Valley of Dreams.
Not allowed to talk, you die almost all the time.
Alright. Well,
Stank in the sands.
that being said, that information is yours. That is what I know to, or at least how to deal with them.
Well, I think it's time to find some food, find shelter other than this tree here, and have a nice little cat nap.
Also, before you do anything, where did the other one go? The woman, the black hair.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And you'll just see Creelan start flying straight up.
All right.
He's very literal.
Creelan, as you begin to do so, you begin to fly and fly and fly, and then, or how far are you flying up?
40 feet at a minimum.
40 feet is a minimum? Okay. As you begin to do so, you look towards the likes of your wings and feathers, and they're slowly sort of dissipating. And they're kind of almost just sort of...
Or Cochrane and hover there for half a second and then start dive bombing back again to a soft and gentle landing.
As you do, 3-point landing, and the feathers begin to sort of drop, but then they sort of reside back to normal, no longer fading from your form.
Wait. What?
I can't retrieve Phoebe.
Phoebe is her name. I see.
Yeah. Yeah, that's her name.
Well,
She got taken, by, the person. She'll be back, it's fine.
We do. Being that that spirited Phoebe away was one called the Keeper. Do you know such of a person or entity?
I don't believe I don't believe so. So I can change his name.
Did you imply that Phoebe's name was different, by the way, just now?
It's just
Who?
broke canon.
Wait, who?
You.
Me? No. I
Just the way you said it. I was about to roll an insight check.
Oh,
It
no.
was It was the accent.
I see what you mean. Well, no, that's what fucking Sirius said and whatnot.
Okay, cool.
Alright, fuck. His name is Phoebe now. Kaio Samada.
Animus, what are you doing?
I dropped Sekiro, damn it.
Alright. That said, well, if that is the case, then... Well, actually, no, never mind. If that is all, I guess you will leave me for here and whatnot. Or are we going to...
No, you're coming, buddy.
Oh, boy.
Why would we leave you? What, to die? No. We don't do that here.
Oh, boy.
Creelan looks at Zero.
Another adventure. All right.
Yeah. You get to have fun with us. Come on.
Joy.
You want to be chained to the Yasuda? You guys can have a chat if you like.
I would rather die.
My feelings.
I think with the conflictions they have, one knowing and one not knowing, that's probably not for the best.
Yeah, I mean, we can have a chat whatever you want. He gives a smirk to Kai.
I'm looking back towards Kyle and I'm seeing like, does he really wins every time Zale talks?
Yes, he has like done so in every single time.
Damn.
Really hates
But it's
me,
always at the
man.
beginning. It's always at the beginning when he speaks, though.
He finds you hyper annoying.
Well, no, actually, here, serious. Make an insight check for me at this point. Anybody else who wants to make an insight check, you can do so.
I love those.
Let's see what you
23.
got over.
Yeah,
I
26.
love rolling.
I'm sorry, Farmer. 12, 12. What else?
Insights?
23.
Yes.
23. Jesus. 7 and a 13. Serious, when you look towards the individual, it's not him wincing out of just, oh, he fucking just despises Zale, he's annoyed by him. That at the first couple of times it's like, oh, okay, I guess that kind of makes sense or whatever, that because he doesn't like him and all that, yada yada yada. But it's not out of like disdain or anything, it's more of actually out of fear instead.
I'm just too cool, I guess. I don't know.
Are you pucking this dude out of his thoughts?
It's more of like he's wincing in anticipation of something.
Well, time to poke and prod.
Well, I guess seeing that I was more distressed, I kind of gently approach him and maybe say, worry not. Zale's first intent on you is not in harm.
Yeah, I agree with that. If anything, I want to get along. You know about what I am, that's pretty good, and I don't. So, getting along is quite good.
Oh boy. Alright. So, wait, did you ask him something? I was trying to fucking mess with my desk. Sorry about that.
No, I'm just trying to reassure him.
Gotcha. He... I don't understand. So, things are confusing for sure.
That is the way of new things.
I'll tell you what, he does speak more than at least they let on.
Should I take
For
that
better or
as
for
a
worse.
compliment? Oh,
Oh. That said, alright. Bird, you get inspiration, or D4 inspiration. Is there anything you guys are doing now at this point? If you are done questioning them.
crying, because Ilva keeps
Assuming that
bullying
while
me.
we were talking, Farmer was mostly observing the land. I'll kind of beseech to them and say, have you noticed anything that might spark a query or for investigation?
I can tell you this
Well,
from your perception.
I've already sort of mentioned that it was there was something psionic in the magic, but is there a potential for me to roll to know more?
No, we can just take your roll from earlier because I believe is actually really high. I think at 19 even. To summarize, besides the ground and the sort of psionic energy, now granted, it's pretty much all gone. Like it's not sort of coursing purple. Bless you.
Thank you.
But other than that, you do see bits of ruins far from here. Probably ruined civilization. Now granted, it's gonna be a trek before you get there, but that's also an option. Past that, you see bits of sands and other sort of rocks, like that's pretty much it for the most part.
Okay, gotcha. From what I've been studying of the geological and arcane makeup of this island, the psionic traces seem to have dissipated. However, it does appear that there are ruins in the distance. My estimation suggests that if the source of this island's psionic trace is located or synchronous with the island itself, perhaps the ruins should provide us some more insight.
Yes, our first
Well,
means of investigation would be the ruins.
if it helps not get this place exploded, I'm in.
Should we not rest first?
Absolutely not, you weak. No, I'm just joking.
Like, hell no, Scrub Lord.
Oh
I
my
am
god.
made of metal, you weak meatbag, you.
Farmer is literally,
But
it's
that is not
actually
what-
built different.
I don't know what to say to that.
I am built different, yo. I
kid.
apologize. That is not what Farmer says because he is currently not in his Terminator mode. If he was in his Terminator mode, these are things he probably wouldn't be saying.
Beautiful, 20 out of 10.
Oh my god. So I guess
Get
the
into
question
combat
is, if you guys do want to rest, the question is, do you want to get a little bit closer to the ruins and then rest? Or do you want to just, or do you just want to rest exactly right here? So your choice, get closer, rest in the sands and all that, or rest
Uh,
on this area. Another thing.
What?
Another thing I also forgot to mention, I'm an idiot. Sorry. You also, this farmer, keep in mind, the things that you were sort of looking out was just like far off in the distance, and then just this landmass over here. Keep in mind, there's an entire bridge, or like sort of stone bridge leading off to who fucking knows what over there.
There's a stone bridge, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
More monkeys.
That's more monkeys. I inform everybody.
All right. So, choice is yours. You can either A, explore up to the stone bridge, B, go to rest in the sands up ahead, kind of closer towards the ruins, or C, stop, drop, and set up camp here.
Team vote.
I feel like here's the safest option, because, we haven't found anything bad here yet, Like, nothing's interrupted us to try and kill us. That's pretty positive, and we don't know about the other two places, so...
Plus, I found 3 good berries to eat by myself, so.
Yeah, those are my thoughts too. Here, since we know it's not really any danger.
Alrighty.
It's also an open field, so we didn't see anything trying to get to us.
That is true.
Unless it's invisible, but please, God, no.
Or to
no,
the trees.
Please.
Oh God, tremors!
You begin to witness it all snow once more.
How does it even reach here?
A fucking lightning storm happens. But there you go. All right. So Creelan, what about you?
I'm fine with staying here. I'm going to actually look up into the tree. Are any of the branches thick or strong enough in order to hold me?
Yeah, from this one, you find one, but it's pretty much like 1 or 2 at the most.
Alright. I'll just get on the one closest toward the druid and just stand there as Overwatch. And then I'll pick off one random branch, take out my woodcarver's tool, and make a very, very, not weapon, but pointy stick.
Easy enough.
Just carving it out to make a pointy stick.
All right, that said, if majority rules and everything, all right, so if you guys are all standing here and whatnot, okay, is there anything you guys would like to do before you guys go into your night watches then?
Give Siri the druidic focus to hold on to.
Alright.
Muted.
I feel as if this
Can I
would
also
be
see one of those berries?
Oh, I suppose.
I feel as if this would be an excellent opportunity to see if there are any resources that we don't already have gathered, because this is a different location. What do we have for resources again? I guess that's.
What do you have for resources? Let's find out. Secrets in the sands. Okay, listen up. Here's what you guys got at the moment. You have 2 out of 10 medicine, 8 out of 10 water, which is going to be depleted after the session and all that stuff. Like by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 who need food and water. So yeah, it'll be depleted by 5 next session. You have 0 out of 10 mana. 4 out of 10 food. You guys are good to go, but you're gonna need at least 1 more thing of food for when Phoebe gets here. You have 6 out of 10 materials, 5 out of 10 soul coins, and that is what you have.
Okay. I would like to search in particularly for water or medicine, but I guess it all depends upon what I find, and I am particularly going to search. Let's see where on this map. Boop, 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 boop. I would say eat myself over here.
All right.
Right here.
Farmer just throws themselves all the way over there.
Ragdoll.
Yeah, it's like the Gary's Mod ragdoll. All right. So as you begin to walk over here, Farmer, begin to sort of slide down this little ledge and look towards this sort of bush to see if you can find anything. Make a survival check for me.
One sec. Here. I'm wondering if I might be able. Oh, alchemist supplies is not an herbalism kit. Okay, never mind.
Nah.
Oh, yeah. I'll. In that case, as farmers, if I see farmer like moving around, trying to gather resources, I think I'll join him.
Okay.
All right. Well, here's my survival check. Oops, I'm dead.
All right. C21X forgets how to survive and falls over the edge off of the floating island, and they're dead. But no, make it with
Well,
advantage.
I'm a robot. I'm so tough. Oh, I'm a badass.
No, Farm, you can make it with advantage, or you can have a serious roll, your choice.
I'll have serious roll.
Okie dokie. All right. Also, I'm gonna drag your token over there. Sorry about that, buddy.
I got a 14.
14. Looking towards this bush over here, even between the two of you, you're not really able to find anything medicine-wise or usable. Now, granted, you are able to get like bits of leaves if you want to use it for anything else in the future, but no medicinal properties from this thing. And that's just, and I'm assuming like this is the general area of like you kind of checking out all the bushes over here, over here, and then also over here, etc.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. We'll take what we can get.
Yeah. So nothing really there, but it is interesting because this is the first time you've actually, I mean, besides like a couple of palm trees, this is the first time you've actually seen these type of trees. Found a couple of bushes in the little sort of crag ravine, but that's it. All right. So anything else from you two?
I guess
no.
we're just looking for supplies or seeing what we can get.
I'll tell you what, make a general perception check, you two.
22.
22 and then 12. Yeah, between both of you. Yeah, even 12 is definitely or more than enough. Looking about, there doesn't seem to be much of any food, any animals. In fact, again, like I've said before, you haven't really seen many animals besides the hyenas that pretty much wanted to kill you earlier. And the crabs as well. Looking about, you don't really see anything that can kind of be much of use here, besides really just the dirt, soil, and just kind of greenery every now and again. Besides that, with your 22 Sirius, you see far off in the distance, but again, that's only if you would want to. Far off in the distance, you see a statue over here. Or kind of the makings of one. But that is over there, and that is uncharted territory. So
Statues.
Yeah.
not statues plural, but one singular statue, and you can only see that with like your 22 on perception right there.
I'll point that out to the farmer and have us note that for tomorrow.
Indeed. Seems that should be our first point of investigation. As soon as... And he looks up and realizes once again that time works very differently. And he says, something resembling morning happens.
Maybe we can ask our friend Kyle for more insight on the day and night cycles here.
Oh shoot! Well,
They are a native to this area.
I need to retcon one thing that you would have actually found over. You would have also found, that was my mistake, I accidentally forgot about this. You would have found a stopwatch on his person.
Guess what? I can tell time now.
Just go back together.
I'm sorry. And was like, I'm getting fucking scammed here, man. My goodness. Alright.
That's farmer back to
Easy enough.
the group.
So-
I'll convene to Viola and ask him for maybe a good berry to research and study.
I'll take one in my hand and thumb flick it to him in a cool style.
You'll see as Kai.
Ah, fuck!
You see as you begin to do that, Kai will just say, "Be careful with those. Those are very valuable. Very, very difficult things to craft." They are good berries. Specific to the... made by the... Hold on. No.
What you're saying is we can put you to work.
Oh my god.
Or how is it that you able to create these?
Besides like using just simple bits of sprigs and sprigs of mistletoe being one of the necessary components, you need mana crystals as well.
This is just having a mental breakdown over
You didn't hear the other part, but oh well, that's on him. You need mana crystals.
Table, I don't.
You need mana crystals regarding druidic nature, as well as someone powerful enough to sort of cast it, unless it's there before. You also need to grow them with a specific type of soil, one that maybe the Samadans have, but I don't know. Or excuse me, the Yasuda have, but I don't know. This dude is dead.
Just fucking make a berry!
Ah yes, make a berry that literally makes it where you do not have to eat for the next 24 hours. That is a level 1 spell. I see.
This is all very specific for something so small.
Well, you see, once you eat it, you don't have to worry about eating or drinking for the entire day.
Never mind.
Oh, what the fuck? Hello? My Discord crashed? What the fuck? Stream? Hello?
Say
Hello?
Discord shitted on him.
hello. Did Discord take
Stream?
dump?
Hello? Team lag? Is anybody...
Yeah.
Am I live still?
We can
Disconnect
hear
anything?
you. We can hear you.
Okay. That was weird. I was just like, what the fuck?
It's just like, this is how you make a fucking good berry. Now, good day.
Jesus, I don't know what the fuck happened there. Alright, we're good now. Oh, that was weird. We knew the other
Why?
players, but the cams disappeared. Alright, they're caught. Chat's caught up now. Okay.
Whoa.
Anyways, as I was saying, move the fucking thing. There we go. Son of a bitch. Alright, good enough. Alright, that said, goddamn, what was I even saying?
How to make a good berry.
Alright, how to make a good berry. Yes, you'll need essentially the specific type of soil. need the magic as well, but again, good berries, we typically make them in bulk if we can. They're very, very expensive and only, well, scouts were typically given them in the first place. And pretty much...
to speed up the process of roleplay, I would like to get all the information I can to make a good berry.
Alright, listen up, druid boy. Here's how you do it.
It was like my one thing. I was like, oh man, I can make good berries and help my team out. Now, fuck you. You gotta fucking put the soil in. Start doing this shit.
Yeah, pretty much. So, the way to make good berries is gonna be difficult in the fact of like you being in a fucking desert, but obviously you're gonna need soil and you're gonna also need fertilizer as well. Hold on, Jesus Christ!
The difficulty just keeps ramping up.
You guys chose the fucking Forbidden Expanse. You knew the difficulty of being in a desert.
I didn't choose it. I chose it. I chose the Dragon Valley. I'll let you know.
You knew this was hard mode. But jokes aside, I just like fucking with you guys. But you're gonna need essentially a specific figure out how to make your own fertilizer. Typically through druidic, you're gonna need a druid for this. This is almost essential. So thank God you have Sirius with you. If not, you would have probably had to axe the other one, or like the other ones in Bovie or this guy. Which yeah. So, that said, you're going to also need a sprig of mistletoe as well, and you're going to need specific types of mana crystals. In this case, you're going to need to find either crystals themselves and imbue them with magical energy, or you're going to need to find them already imbued with magical energy. And the one capable of it, you need a larger one, which gives you back 2 spell slots. So, just write down large mana crystal is necessary for it. Alright. You also need to be, the last little bit of thing that he mentioned is you need to be a high enough druid to be able to cast it. So you need to be, able to cast second level spells, but the good news for you is you have people who can cast second level spells for you, aka Bovie, and also, what's it called? The Samadin boy.
The cast Goodberry?
Yes. Yeah.
Goodberry's a level 1 spell.
I know. Oh my god. He just really wanted Goodberry at level 1. He said, fuck your survival. I win.
I like that thought.
Oh man.
Alright,
but after that, once you figure, it's pretty much well, the last thing is it's pretty much similar to all the crafting thing. Once you figure out how to make good berries and stuff like that in a consistent rate, you can straight up you can mass produce these motherfuckers at this point.
Okay, I got an idea. Knowing about the Spring of Mistletoe, can I see to Kaio's druidic focus, which I'm assuming is that Spring of Mistletoe?
I mean, the druidic focus is just like his quote-unquote spell casting focus. It's not the actual material component for it. He didn't have any like...
Oh no, because for druids spellcasting focus, I don't know if you had that, is for you can choose it to be like either this, that, and one of those options was a Spring of Mistletoe. So I was wondering if it was that. I see.
Okay, that's fair. That's the case.
Because for serious, he had the staff.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, I will retcon that. Yeah, then it is made out of a sprig of mistletoe. Then.
Now this is the part we're gonna bargain out. As if I cast Druidcraft to make a piece that mistletoe bloom out, can I then make another one?
Another one. All right.
Another one.
This man's trying.
Another one.
This man's.
Fall into the brain. Another one.
This man is trying to do a duplication glitch for mistletoe.
It's not.
We need 2 chests for that anime.
Oh my god.
I looked up on
Christ.
YouTube. You stack it on top of each other, they'll build another one.
All right. Whoops. Fuck. Fuck off. 1 second. Hold up. I gotta fix the overlay because it's fucked up. I'll tell you what. Yeah. So, as you begin to try to do so, I need you to make just a simple, this could be, you're a druid, so you use wisdom, so here, just make a wisdom check. The DC is very, very low for this.
Guidance.
Boom.
Oh, I can cast guidance on myself. I'll do that too.
I think it only affects your one. Can you? I don't think you can double stack guidance.
No, you can't. You can't double up. But I'd say just to save a little on that. I'll do it on myself.
Isn't it a cantrip though? What are you saving her for?
Okay, okay. We got an 18. That's 22. Let me get that D4. Popping off +3.
+3.
25.
25, you're good to go. That said, as you're able to sort of take the bit of the druidic focus and you're able to sort of sprout it even further into a little bits of more and more sort of mistletoe. At this point, you now have one of the necessary components for making goodberry and anything else that uses mistletoe as well.
Dun, 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 dun.
Boom. Easy clap. Write that into your inventory. That's very, very important.
Yep.
And it is assumed that you have, you made a 25, yeah, that's more than DC, so you have 2 strength, or 2 resources of it.
Oh, it consumes it?
For goodberry, yeah. That's why you have to keep constantly growing it. Now, granted, you just did it the way how you sort of keep doing the process, so you're good to go with that.
Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna have a spring and mistletoe. We're gonna be Christmas kissing all day.
All right, so Sirius, while you're doing all of that at the moment, Zale, you doing anything? You two, or Ilva, or Creelan?
He's annoying the druid.
This poor fucking guy.
Can I examine the stopwatch?
Yes, you can. So, the stopwatch, it seems you... Hold on 1 second, I have to think.
I'm the chosen one.
You are the chosen one. But...
Only I can use the stopwatch?
No. Trying to think if you even fucking... I'll roll for it. I believe they do. Yeah, they do. Okay. You've seen or heard of stopwatches before. Granted, you've heard them more so like kind of in the northeastern portions of Leonios, or typically being a thing made by the New Dawn faction. You working in tandem with them occasionally, or hearing about them with your work in the Sentinels and all that stuff. But so this isn't like a sort of foreign technology to you, but you've never really had one in hand before, you know. That said, you see as you just begin to sort of press it, and I mean, it does really one of 2 things. It just sort of keeps track of time and then resets it.
Is there a time on there right now?
It is. It is at, I believe, 15 hours at the moment.
And it's stuck at 15 hours?
No, it's still going.
It's still going. I'm gonna point the stopwatch to the druid here. It goes, what happens when this reaches 24?
It goes to 25. Or 1. I haven't been able to reset that thing.
You haven't been able to reset it for the last 15 hours?
Well, no, because, you know, Big Battle looks up towards sky. The time.
For what?
To be able to keep track of time. It's the only way to do it in Voden.
You want to elaborate?
Essentially, here's how it works. You've probably noticed this, and you didn't seem that confused or puzzled when you looked towards the sky earlier. As you can tell, the sun and the moon, they just simply shift places and all that other stuff. But they do so at weird times. There isn't any sort of consistency's sake. So for the sake of it, and to keep it simplistic, me and my clan would just refer to it as, or days, as just suns or moons. So, for example, 5 moons or 5 suns, etc. The other way to keep track of time, well, is by those things and those devices. It's really pointless to sort of say, oh, hey, I will be back in 4 days, because 4 days could be 84 hours, it could be 200. There's no consistency there.
So when does it shift?
When does it shift? The moon and the sun?
Yeah.
As I said, it's never consistent.
rough ETA ballpark.
Well,
What?
I don't think you understand. I can't give. I've lived
What
here all.
is a ballpark?
Then why have the stopwatch if it's all random anyway?
The point is so you can keep track of how much time has passed. For example, if the sun was to shine right now, I would stop it and start it again to keep track of a new day.
So how long then are the night cycles?
They change inconsistently.
It's not.
Distant
In between
Ilva.
suns,
Ilva-
how long
Ilva-
do you
Asking.
recall seeing
Ilva,
time? You know, is it roughly like 10 to 15? Is it 5
No,
to 8?
It is all in the manual sense. Once the suns and the moons change again, he would manually change the time.
Like
Perfect.
that.
Yeah, we're getting there. Reset. Awesome. Surely this man has lived here long enough to a rough freaking grasp of 1 hour to X hour for it to shift.
No, because like when we were inexperienced, it could have changed it within another 2 hours for one, maybe say a day to night cycle, and maybe the next one will probably be for 15 minutes or even half of that time.
That
I
is a.
fucking hate this place.
As well, it is very confusing as such.
Yeah,
Actually,
Oh, man.
may I see that pocket watch?
Sure, just fucking chucks it to you.
Okay, this time it hits him in the head.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Oh
that
fuck, shakes head.
referring to the suns and moons and whatnot, so as the only method of keeping track of time is kind of pointless and whatnot. That's why we just use the stopwatches.
Arma, are you?
Okay.
How does your calculations? I am not one of the more arithmetic.
Okay, so out of character, while I imagine while I'm an automaton, I am subject to the exact level of confusion and not being able to actually compute things.
I mean,
Because it's
you
not
wake
like
up
my
to farm
character sheet.
stuff.
It's not like my character sheet states that I'm actually an android. I don't think so. But like, if I want to flavor it as such, can I roll to see like? I don't know how to answer that question.
Well, no, I got two ways of this. Either you do it or I do it.
Okay, so for flavor, I want to attempt. Yes.
So you want to attempt to
Tell time.
tell time?
Keep time.
Just tell time,
Keep
like
time.
just to keep track of time. Like, oh, I get what you mean. Basically, you want to become a clock, or like in.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Exactly.
Because I don't know if how you want to rule this for keen mind. Like,
that's what I was gonna
still be
say,
able
you
to
got-
tell north.
Yeah, and you're able to tell. I
And-
believe keen mind. You're able to tell how long time has passed, anyways, right?
I'd
Or
be able
no?
to tell what. Well, what the rules is written, it says you always know which way is north, the number of hours left before the next sunrise or sunset, and I kind of knocked that out because voting's kind of
Yeah.
weird with it.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted what the last clause saying, and accurately recall anything you have seen or heard within the past month. Can we use that as a way for me to remember?
Yeah, like how
Or at least keep
long
track of?
time has passed and whatnot. I would say yes. After it's kind of been explained to you now in character, you could probably like actually like throughout the next couple of days, or even just in general, just keeping a mental note of like, okay, this is how long time has passed and whatnot. Especially if you have a stopwatch, you can just easily keep track and like reference to check your sort of notes and calculations of, okay, it's been 3 hours, boom, it changed the night. All right, it's been 2 hours, all right, boom, it changed the day, and so on and so forth. Right, makes sense.
Okay. Now the flavor, now the character flavor.
There you
Matt,
go.
would you want to do this?
Listen. And this thing's a stopwatch, so it counts up from the point that it changes.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Hey, listen, for flavor, I haven't used my magical tinkering ability yet. I think that what would be really effing cool is if, like, literally on my chassis, I wear clothing, sure, but like on my chest or on a specific part of my body, I want a digital clock that counts up in sync with the stopwatch. And I basically just contain the stopwatch inside of my chassis, and this magical tinkering provides me a way for it to consistently keep track, and it literally is on my person.
Okay. All right. Hear me out, Matt. Hear me out. So we can work with the first type of clock, obviously the spinny clock and all that stuff first, and then we're getting to the digital clock for sure. It would just take you a little bit longer to do so. Well, you can start off with the.
You
we
got
can definitely get there for like it'll just take you a little bit.
To iWatch.
You got to progress and do it.
Obviously, it would be more like if you were reading a digital clock on an e-reader versus something that has an LED background for stealth's sake.
Yeah, but I think I'm definitely like as an artificer to even like sort of integrating it into your chassis in the first place. Yeah, that's more than or possible to do.
Sweet.
So, do you want to get started on trying that right now?
Yeah, I want to start trying to do that. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So here's what I need. So here's how this is going to work. It's going to be like a sort of downtime activity that you can sort of do throughout the campaign. Essentially, you only need, because I don't think this is really like kind of that difficult to kind of do. And you're a very, very smart individual. It will take you a total of sort of 4 ticks is what we're going to call it. And you will get a tick any time that you actually start working on it. However, you're going to make an intelligence check or a tinkering check. And if you beat the DC, you'll be able to get 2 ticks or whatever instead of 1. Does that make sense?
Excellent. Yes.
All right. So like sort of speed up the process. So, Ilva, did you say, or did you have something to say?
Nope. It sounds great.
No, Ilva.
No, I just chucked the stopwatch. I'm done with time.
Gotcha.
I'll focus on protecting and stabbing.
Yeah,
Murder.
so I will give the watch to Ryder, and I'll kind of reassure the Kyle that we won't confiscate your stuff. We're just getting more materials, and I gave him the mistletoe that I used to make 2 more.
Oh,
I mean, can't really grab it, so.
Yeah, you keep that. That was yeah.
Oh.
You don't give that back.
Oh, and because it was mentioned in chat, I wanted to. Oh, I don't know if I want to add an actual like audio component to it once again for stealth.
Oh my god!
I feel like
you better not.
Sounds would be great.
Oh
You
my
better
god.
not.
That or a Mac.
Got a bard? Do we have a bard or anybody? We do not have a bard. You need Anthrax to come get you and to make this sort of tune for it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That said, I'll tell you. I don't think anybody like in Voden or Soulbound at all took musical tools. So I'll tell you what, you can just sort of hum a tune every time it happens or something.
Okay, so let me mention this about magical tinkering.
You do have something for it.
Yes, one of the that's what I'm using. That's the ability I'm using. So like one of it is a static visual effect that appears on one of the object surfaces. In this case, I'm embedding the object and saying that it's on my chassis. It's fine.
Yeah.
The other part of it is the object continuously emits your choice of an odor or nonverbal sound, or I think when triggered. The chosen phenomenon is perceivable up to 10 feet away. That would probably be like, oh, give away my position. That's not good. Unless,
I mean, you could kind of work. I mean, that can maybe be the initial thing, and you can workshop it to try to change it later, where it's just like, hey, this doesn't alert everybody, you know? You can kind of work towards it, but that'll be what it's like in the sort of first parts of this sort of first draft sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yep. Nice part about magical tinkering is that whatever it is I put together with it lasts indefinitely until I say that I'm not doing it anymore. And I could do magical tinkering 4 times to 4 different things, and this would be the first time I've used it.
Hell yeah. All right, so let's get this make this confirmed and everything. So, Farmer, here's what you're trying to do. You're trying to take the stopwatch and you're trying to use it to embed it into your chassis, and you're trying to get in the process of turning it from a, I believe, analog clock to eventually a digital clock. And whenever whenever the sun rises, or I guess the moon, depending on which way you want to have it, it will essentially play a little ditty once it happens.
Correct. It will play a ditty once it happens, and the whole point of using the stopwatch is that it resets to 0 when it changes from day to night. Correct.
Yeah, you can kind of do that. Actually, if you want to do it, if you don't want to make it manual, you're probably gonna need to figure out how to get like this is some highly advanced shit, but you're from Zenobia, so this is like, you maybe have heard like bits of things that are like people trying to get to this point, you know?
How does automation work in Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, you know?
Magic.
Oh, God.
I mean, but here's the thing. Like, if I do it manually, it literally is my character, boom, opening up my chassis, hitting the button, and closing it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right?
Yeah.
That's all it is. So I could just assume that my character does that. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Jesse, you can just know or whatever, like, I'm just sort of going through all the mechanics. You can just say, hey, Farmer, don't be the last person to take watch, or something like that, if it ever's going to switch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Because you don't have to sleep as long. So, boom, we got it. All right, here's what I need you to do, buddy. I need you to make a tinkering check. So this is your, all you need to do is just make an intelligence check, and we're going to add your proficiency bonus.
Just an intelligence check?
Yeah, also you, Riku reminded you, if you didn't remember, you got a D8 inspiration point from earlier.
Okay.
So intelligence.
Sure I can roll Tinker's tools independently, but if we want to do intelligence,
it doesn't matter. You're gonna add a +6 to this, whatever D20 roll.
Okay. Ability check. Go. Don't suck. Okay.
Ooh.
I want it to work. Can I use inspiration for it?
Who's using their inspiration?
Well, hold on. What is the total? It comes to.
You are at a 11 right now.
Oh, well, I want it to work well, so I feel like I want to use one of my
I don't know if you.
inspirations.
I don't know if you.
You don't know if I
what?
what?
I think it's too late.
Okay.
I mean, this is kind of over the course of him. Typically, I'll allow it for this time, but typically you need to do it beforehand. But considering the fact that this is literally him doing this for them doing this for hours, yeah, you gotta do that.
You gotta add D4 to that D8.
And also, Sirius, explain exactly how you're helping Farmer, of all things, as a druid in technology.
I'm pretty smart.
All right, describe how you're doing it then.
I know of the book, of the way of the book, and the way of the math, but not too hard. What? So I got with Sirius, he's more intuition learning. So, and he kind of picked up things from people on his travels. So he learned bits and pieces of arithmetic and like basic education from travelers.
I have a feeling like there's. Oh, I'm sorry. Finish.
I'm sorry. With that, he will try to help. He will try to help Farmer, but seeing Farmer kind of maybe taking that shit to like ×10, he's gonna just like get small little details, and then he's gonna, when he sees Farmer kind of tinkering off, Sirius kind of looks over his shoulder and places a hand on it, and you'll start to feel that same glow, that radiating presence, and you'll start to see like bits of shadow on your arm where you're lifting, maybe on like your left hand, are probably gonna have like a star, like a similar like starry shadow.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. All right, that said, add a +2. All right, and you're adding your inspiration, correct or no?
Yeah, I am.
All right, roll a dice real quick.
D4.
D8.
Oh no.
D4 is for guidance.
Yeah, you already added the guidance.
Don't suck. Whatever you do.
That's a big 8 right there.
Yes.
Oh man, so that is 9 plus 2, which is 11, plus another 2, which is 13, plus 8, that is 21. The DC was 20. That is enough to get 2 successes right then and there. That's the artificer right there, everybody. Oh man. So as this is sort of... Oh, good.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, imagine for like role-playing sake, Sirius and I are sort of like sort of giving a super crash course on like the internal parts of my chassis, and like we're trying to like set this up together, but like it's sort of like a minor montage of like trial and error where we end up like bumping one of the components, and I end up like glitching
Dead.
out. We're like, and I'm all like,
Oh god, he's dead.
Okay, let's not do that again. And
Yes.
please stay away from that component.
I will not touch it again. I am so sorry.
and so we're workshopping the whole thing, and we finally figure out what it looks like.
All right, so it's not done yet. Keep that in mind. But that is 2 ticks out of the 4 needed. All right. Now, granted, you just kind of have like a stopwatch kind of embedded into you. It kind of haphazardly works, but you're in the process, you know. The other thing that should be known is you'll look over at Kaio, and he will see as this sort of starry sort of force begins to go over Sirius and also wash over a little bit of Farmer, and you see as his eyes begin to go wide and just kind of like try to struggle a little bit amongst the sort of tree, and says, "Wait, that's right. You're one of the starry ones."
Pardon?
The astral ones, the ones of ever-changing colors. You did that before. In the conflict rising above to here.
Well, one, I'm not really too well versed to my newfound abilities. I harness more druidic nature from what I assume is the stars themselves. But again, I do not know what these starry people are folk, I'm sorry, these starry folk are hail from, so maybe we have some similarities, but I don't think it's that degree.
Well, question. Where did you learn to do that?
To be honest, it just came to me. Like
And-
a eureka moment. It all made sense, and I understand what my powers, what nature would come from.
And that is what frightens me. The fact that you don't know. I don't know exactly how long you sort of... Well, here, instead of me asking the question over and over again, how long have you been on Voden? And, well, how did you get here?
I'll knock it off immediately. And was it 3 days, 4 days?
It's been,
How many cycles?
hold on. It has been 5, I believe, total. Now, granted, you may have not have seen all of them because we had weeks off and all that stuff, but you, out of game, know how time works and all that stuff, and your characters kind of know at this point. I'm going to confirm it in just a moment, but I believe it is 5 days total.
Yeah, I'll immediately note that off.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Didn't know. All right, well, that is that. Also, Matt, is my voice... I mean, I haven't looked at Discord at all. Has my voice been staticky this entire time?
It got better, actually.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope. If that's the case, yeah, he'll just say... Probably towards Ilva, because I guess she's the closest one. And just say... You probably want to keep an eye on that one. Just in case.
Don't worry, already am.
Blindfold.
Oh man. That said, alright. With that being, or with all those happenings, are those the final things you want to do before you guys begin to bed down for the evening?
I wanted to talk to Mr. Druid about
Okay.
something.
What do you say, Zale?
Hey, Kai, you know that whole Xenakis thing? You said it was infernal, but I don't really understand, because, don't remember anything. How bad is it?
It's not, well... It shouldn't be that bad, I don't think. It's just a translation to Zasuda and Infernal, is all.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's not that bad. Okay, yeah, sorry,
But I don't understand why that's the one thing that you remember, why you I don't know, it's weird. You have the horns of, well, I'm sure you're used to this as an oculi, as a devil and whatnot. And you also have, well, hellfire capabilities and more. But you also speak your last name in Infernal. Now granted, us oculi and whatnot, we're not so unfamiliar with dealings with devils and whatnot. But yours is more profound for some reason, which is strange.
Let's just say I dive deeper into my legacy than others.
I'm gonna roll my eyes.
I can't see your eyes, I win!
Your legacy, what does that even mean?
No. The oculi thing, demon eyes.
That's not our legacy. There's a deal for power.
It was indeed.
It was. Also, this may sound strange, but you speak more than typical Yasuda. Your voice doesn't seem to have much power. Why is that? Is that a sort of... Is that because of the horn? Well, why that would make sense. Why is that?
I don't know. I don't remember speaking with other Yasuda, actually. So I don't know their capabilities. All I really know is I can read people's thoughts and I can speak in their head.
Her scoffs were a bit, but... Right. And then he kind of just sort of goes back to doing what he's doing, just sort of waiting. God damn it, fucking Riku in chat. Jesus.
Oh,
The fucking the second antenna's broken, so, oh my god. Alright, well, if there's nothing else you guys are doing, if that's the case, alright.
I have one thing. I'm sorry. Maybe with throughout the watch, or
Well,
go ahead,
hold on.
Kylan.
Yeah, go ahead, Creelan.
Oh, I'm gonna think about the way he was trying to push and pull us around with his mind, and I'm just gonna look at the druid and just think and try to concentrate with my mind. I'm trying to push his head down so his chin touches the chest while standing atop the tree.
I love how special you are, man.
just push his head down with my mind. Okay, even if I have to start sweating, I'm going to do this.
God.
Make or roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Wisdom saving throw.
What's that total? 12. As you begin to, as a monk and whatnot, sort of try to focus for a brief time, you try to sort of focus within and focus on the key residing into your body, but also this sort of force and nature of it and trying to affect the environment around you. the key of life amongst this tree, and sort of as it sort of spirals down towards this druid to try to connect it to him. However, even with the 12, it seems to be that this was definitely going to be a process to sort of get used to. As you, though, you're not really sort of attuned to magic or anything. You sort of look to more things on a spiritual or a mystical sort of a route. So you kind of use what you know. But regardless, it doesn't seem to budge.
I'll nod, take a breath. I'm gonna try again later, but I don't know if it's gonna hurt me.
Him.
No, I gotta learn these ways. Gotta learn these ways.
All right.
Imagine him in the tree, like fucking screaming, trying to chip away.
Fucking lays an
Yeah,
egg.
basically.
Oh man. All right. That said, Sirius, you said you had one thing.
One last thing. Maybe like throughout one of our shifts, throughout mine, I will take out.
Oh, if it's through your
long...
shift, then you can just wait till the actual night watches and whatnot.
Oh, we haven't even started the watch yet?
No, that's what, like, hey, you guys done yet? Nope. All right.
Alright, fine, I'll do this now. Throughout the watch, for it, I will take out a long scroll-like piece of parchment and meditate over it. With that, I will look towards the night sky and just literally imprint that image of it into my mind. And taking out another writing instrument, I will, without even looking, I will start to jot down almost like taking another map, writing down the sky, taking down the image of the sky, or the night sky. And then with that, we'll begin to focus druidic energy into it, letting the intuition flow through him. And then he will commence the ritual for his starry map.
Oh boy. As you begin to do so, conjuring it forth and channeling all the bits of sort of starry nature of the constellations and more up into the sky, you can just sort of focus as much as you possibly can on druidic nature and calling. And eventually you see as almost this bit of sort of these tiny sort of sparks of light, these tiny stars begin to slowly cling forth to the bit of parchment paper. And as it does, it begins to almost materialize and manifest to a starry map for yours to sort of use and manipulate to your will.
Wrap it up and set it to his side. Oh. Yeah.
All right. As you do, you begin to sort of, or take the parchment and roll it up. You see on that kind of imprint laid upon the ground. It still kind of has this sort of astral light about it. And you see as it begins to just sort of almost freeze over. And not making much of a sound, but it does actually begin to sort of crack like ice and shatter until millions of tiny pieces and particles begin to drift along with the wind. Strange, but at least it was effective. All right, so Sirius, you said you were trying to do that on your watch, correct?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
That's where it's maybe.
If anybody else trying to be with or on watch with Sirius, or just letting them do their own thing for this one?
I'll take the last watch. So
You got it. All
I
right.
already have a watch.
Ugh.
absolutely.
I
know.
get it. I get it.
I unfortunately do as well.
All right. That said, eventually, Sirius, your watch begins to go by for the most part uneventful. Who do you wake second, or for the second watch?
1, 2, 3, 4, D4. Let's go. I will wake up Krellin.
Kreelin's not taking the watch. You wake up, he's like, "Go back. I'm going back to bed." No, I'm kidding. You walk over to Kreelin. What happens?
I don't know if I see Krillin on the branch.
Perched
I
up
will-
still.
Yeah, I'm still on the branch. I ain't coming
I
down.
would gently wake him up.
All right, kind of. You're tall enough, so you sort of reach up and kind of just like sort of pat his
I'm
leg.
not
and
gonna
whatnot.
just like fucking like wake the fuck up and shit like.
Yeah, you know.
Push him on the branch.
Yep. Oh,
But
man.
yeah, you're able to wake Krillin up eventually.
I'll wake up. I'll look around. Stare intently at Sirius. Alright.
It's your time for the watch.
Yes. And you'll see me fly up. I'll fly up maybe 20 feet up, just above the trees there. I'm gonna do like a little hot lap, just to fly around, spread my wings a little bit. Get back to the tree. I'm gonna take off another branch, or a bigger, kind of bulkier branch, the best I could. Use my wood carving tools to try to make a wooden kunai.
Ooh, okay. So,
And
oh,
that
good.
will be how I spend my watch.
All right. I said make a perception check with disadvantage if you're crafting a wooden kunai, and also make a survival check to make it. Afterwards, you'll learn the recipe and be able to make it easy enough from now on.
Oh. Okay, control. Perception. Ooh.
Oh, nat 1. All
Yikes.
right. Makes sense for this. All right, and make a survival check for your kunai. Nat 20. You put a lot of work and effort into it.
Really focused.
So, I have
The
good...
spectrum here.
Incoming raid?
Eh?
Eh?
Incoming raid?
I don't know, mods, you can look at it. I'm DMing at the moment. Anyways, that said, so with your natural 20, you are able, so the good news is you're able to make a handful of kunai. In fact, you're able to make a total of 5 for you to throw and use. The bad news is you get a little bit distracted at one point. You nearly sort of chip off one of the pieces, as during the midst of your watch, you begin to see something sort of acting strange. You look over to the mark upon your hand, the black star, and you see as it begins to sort of writhe with shadows, Krillin. As this begins to happen, oh boy, you begin to hear this into your head as it speaks to you. Oh goodness. Here we go again. The attack nears, and your ways will be corrupted. And that is what you hear.
I'll look around to see if I know I heard it in my head, but to see if it's sourced from anything locally, since now I'm on alert. If nothing changed visually in the landscape, then I'll just sit back on my branch.
All right. That being said, oh goodness, I will copy. Hey, Krillin, check your DMs. In just a moment. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Where you at, buddy? Shook. Okay. And there you go. That information is known to you.
What's it say?
Then I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Oh.
So I'm sitting on my, I'm just sitting on my branch. I'm cool. I don't believe it. Because these are tricks of the mind. We're voting apparently. We have people who play tricks of the mind, and I'll glance over at Zale just by reflex. And
Man.
it's cool.
Damn, everyone's always suspicious of me.
It's good.
You know, you just freak out, you know?
Oh
I
man.
guess I'll at the end of the watch, if that's where we're at, I'll fly down to Ilva. Just do the very sharp tap. Just hey.
Jesus Christ.
And I'll just as we're speaking, I'm leaning in closer and closer. Hey, you will watch. Yes?
You will wake up gently next time? Yes?
Understanding this, I'll lean back. Yes, that is fair. And then I'll
Then
fly
yes,
back
also
up.
fair.
And I'll fly back into the tree.
Fucking bird.
That was very appropriate.
That being said, you flap your wings back onto the tree and you perch yourself as if nothing happened. And you return back to your sleep. Ilva, and you're only waking up Ilva for the watch, correct?
That's all I woke up. So if she wants to wake up someone else, it's fine by me.
Alrighty. That said, Ilva, do you continue on your watch, or do you wake anybody else up?
I'll watch, yeah. Since I
Alright.
was so rudely interrupted.
You got it. Alright. As you do, make anything you're doing on your watch, or if not, make a perception check for me.
Yeah, she won't really do much. She'll just play with the dagger that Zale gave her, and just kind of just fumbling and hanging out underneath the tree here.
Alright. That said, make a perception check for me. Thank you. With a 14, alright. So, you go by throughout your watch, but you glance over to something not too far. And in the corner of your eye, you see what seems to be a pool of blood off to the side, but it wasn't there from earlier, but it's there now. Strange, but you look over and you see this. For the time
That
being.
close.
Yep.
Randomly that much blood.
Yep, 100%.
Let's investigate.
Cowabunga it is.
Dun, 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 dun.
Vladimir from League of Legends.
Oh man. All right. So you walk over, investigate.
Yeah, we'll go here first.
All right.
Checking it out, getting a feel for it. Seeing a lot of blood in my time, you know. Just kind of, curious, looking around the little area.
Let God.
That said, you look towards it, and as you begin to approach, still keeping your distance still, you see as the blood on the ground begins to slowly spread into the dirt and all around. No sort of corpse or anything that seems to be sort of spouting it. It just seems to be expanding itself. Not rapidly, but at an ever slow pace before stopping after expanding a small distance. You look towards it, and something even stranger, you see as the blood begins to almost boil for a brief moment. Kind of like water, strangely.
Sorry, boil or recoil?
Boil. Kind of like water, despite its nature. As it begins to sort of boil more and more, you look towards it, and you can't sort of help but shake, feeling a bit of just sort of repressed sort of thing all the way back there, but a bit of an old rage building up inside you for a moment just from even staring at it. It kind of begins to anger you for a moment, but as this is kind of happening, as you're looking towards it, what are you doing?
It's boiling blood. I don't know what I would do. Should I chuck the dagger in it?
My dagger.
I really don't know what she would do witnessing boiling blood. Man, I don't know. Truly, that's a weird one.
As you, I'll tell you what. As you look towards it, make or roll a d20 for me.
Big wham.
15. You look towards it, and it seems to be as it's kind of just boiling and whatnot. You're kind of feeling this old rage for some strange reason. You're not entirely sure why. You're just sort of looking at it. But as it happens, it just begins to remind you of a previous, not necessarily, that's not the right word. A previous connection to something. And even someone.
And I recognize that. Is that type of connection stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's what you do from there is up to you, but it kind of just keeps sort of pulling more and more towards that sort of thing and that sort of old rage. What happens next? Well, what do you do?
I want to blow it up, but I don't want to disturb people's sleep. So we'll probably just... She'll just ignore it.
Easy enough.
She'll just ignore it. And she'll just go over here.
All right. As you begin to ignore it, trying to sort of calm yourself for a brief moment, you prop yourself back up next to the tree, and you see as it spreads and spreads before slowly seeping into the dirt, and then fades into the soil below. As it vanishes, you look about for the remainder of your watch, but it seems to just sort of fade, never to really be seen. Eventually, as you guys are all, or as you're sort of continuing about, just waiting for, or pretty much eventually for all your companions to wake up for this, maybe even this night to end, or if you want to let it to continue. Eventually, the remainders of the likes of Sirius, Zale, and Kreelan waking up one by one. Farmer, you already being pretty much awake, or available and to move around. That said, you guys all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Any question? Was Farmer literally just watch the pool of blood?
Oh yeah.
As of the farmer, what they were trying to do.
Farmer just like tinker, tinker, tinker. Oh shit! Here's the seconds out.
There's so much blood, but I don't care. Working on my clock. That's all I care about.
Clock's very important, guys.
Can we just say for canon that I was not, that I'm like, what, behind this bush or something? I don't know.
Sure. If you wanted to just be over there, you got.
Whatever it is to explain that I was not able to actually notice this stuff.
I mean, it probably was just like you looked over. Oh, Elva's walking over there, and then okay, and that was pretty much it.
Yep, tinkering.
All right. That said, you guys eventually all wake up. You guys gain the benefits of a long rest. Anything else you all are doing?
Long rest. Yay.
I'm going to rise, and I'm
My health
gonna.
was just 17, correct?
Say it again.
My health is a 17, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll hit the long rest button for you.
It went to a 12 on GDB on.
Yeah, just
We'll
change it
carry
to
on,
17.
sorry.
You're good.
Carlo is dead.
Huh?
Yeah, I've been trying to like fix the thing for like the entire session, but for some reason his health is just not resetting. I've done it.
I'm gonna approach as soon as people start waking up and attend to their morning routine. I'm gonna be like,
Maybe.
Oh my god, there's two.
Shall we
I'm just trying to fix this.
investigate that statue?
It's so weird.
Yes, I believe we should investigate the statue
He's
now.
undead.
Well, can't you at least kind of let me get away from this tree, untie it from me?
I believe that is in order.
Oh yeah, that is a isn't that?
I'll hold on to
I'm
the.
gonna try to do this. Does this work? No, it doesn't. Nah.
Oh the hell!
I don't know. I have to workshop it. Oh, that's weird. Let's say that one more time, Ilva.
Sorry, pardon me.
You're good.
As Sirius moving the tree or taking on the tree or changing the tree or I'm taking on the tree, whatever, I'm just gonna hold on the handcuffs on him.
You got it. All right. So, as you do, you still have him restrained and whatnot and shackled, but eventually you're able to sort of free him from the contraption, and you guys are good to go. That said, if you would like to go anywhere or do anything, you may move your tokens. The map is open.
Come on, best friend, let's go.
Right.
New bestie.
oops.
Oh.
All right. Fucking God damn it, this is so annoying. Whatever. He's just gonna have a blood stain for the rest of the session. All right. So you see as Ilva and begins to sort of drag along Kaio. Where are you guys following?
Yeah.
"Yay!"
Yay.
All right. Map's open, so you guys move wherever you want to go explore and investigate. Now, granted, Farmer, you saw the so you see the statues all the way off to the side, or excuse me, not Farmer, but Sirius, you saw the statues all the way up to the side over here. You do know the ruins are kinda in that direction, but they're more so amongst the sands rather, this way. So, choice is yours on where you want to go.
I guess we'll start leading them there. Would you guys like to see the statue I've seen?
I mean, sure. I guess.
Oh, you eated him.
Ah.
But- Actually, yeah, look at this bridge. How stable is it?
Well, it's not really a bridge. It's more so of like it's just rocks are kind of embedded into the sand itself. Just a massive amount or a hodgepodge of them. It's not like an actual stone bridge hanging over something. You know what I mean?
We can use it to get to the other side, yes?
Yeah, you can just sort of jump down and step on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Zale, we nominate you to go first.
Nominate yourself.
I got the bad guy.
I can take him. We're best friends.
Carlin, would you like to accompany me?
I'll come over and just let us go.
I'll start slowly treading through toward the bridge, checking the path, making sure it's stable.
All right.
I don't trust this at all, so I'm hovering 5 feet above the ground. And I don't trust this stuff.
You got it. As it is, you step upon it, and it seems to be pretty stable considering it's stone. And you continue forth.
I'll yell behind me. It seems stable.
All right. Do you guys follow behind?
Yep.
I'll be last.
You got it. Drag this guy. Boop. And just gonna put it like that. All right, there you go. I'm like freaking dual wielding this shit with monsters. All right. Eventually you have to sort of climb up this area, but if you want to, you can do so easy enough. All right, you got it. Just Spider-Man it. All right, you guys get to the other side of this sort of area, and as you do, well, Ilva, you look over to the side, and it seems to be that they got, or they seem to have arrived. Easy enough.
All right. I'm just gonna take my friend here, and we're just gonna go together.
You got it.
Raylan, why are you over there?
That's because I'm playing kind of sort of escort. Because I'm not touching that ground. I don't trust him.
Farmer, I'm assuming you're walking with him.
Yes.
All right, gotcha. Okay, so eventually you guys are able to traverse over here, and what you find is, oh goodness. You look off to the side, and it was a little bit harder to see from your position, especially because it was elevated, but it seems to be that there are, or it's kind of like a smaller sort of staircase leading upwards to two almost sort of strangely placed sort of pillows kind of embedded into the stone. Just sort of pretty much just almost, they kind of feel out of place, but Creelan, make a not religion, more of a history check.
History.
15. This seems with the two pillows off to the side, it kind of seems like a place of meditation even.
I'm gonna just go to the base of the steps and look up. Is it a better view from this perspective? Does it look even more peaceful, like it's designed to be walked up from the steps, correct?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I really don't trust the ground we're walking on, so I'm just gonna fly 5 feet up above the ground and go to the top.
All right. As you do, you look around, and it doesn't seem to be much of anything besides it. Besides the sort of two pillows placed here. From what you can tell, again, is probably for meditation, even. And keep them, or also one thing to note: the pillows aren't necessarily like they're not just sort of scattered about. They're kind of placed here with intent or purpose. They're kind of in, or how do you say? Embedded into the stone itself to prevent it from being moved or anything, or like flying off somewhere.
I do like it here, so I'll go in the center, and I'll sit Indian style, 5 feet in the air, as I'm flapping and hovering, and just take a 30-second rest.
All right, that's what Creelan's doing over there. What are the rest of you doing?
Look towards Creelan, just like, huh? Oh yeah. Do I have a better look at the statue then?
Sure thing. The statue is all the way over here. That said, it seems to be, or obviously it gets bigger the closer you get to it, but it seems to be at least in the shape of a humanoid creature or a person or something like that.
Do we
gotta get a little bit.
recognize this person?
You again, you gotta get a little bit closer, but it doesn't seem like it from all the way over here. All right. As you at this point, you can kind of get a better idea of it. You see, as this individual, they seem to be almost kind of have lion-like features. From what you can tell, they kind of seem to be a Leonin of the sorts. However, one thing of note is they kind of have this strange belt to them, and even sort of wrist guards as well. But the main important feature to take away is they have this large sort of muzzle sort of bolted onto their face to prevent them, from what you can tell, from kind of like speaking. They're almost kind of like a dog in a way.
What's their fur color? Or is this, I guess it's statue, never mind.
Yeah.
I was reading to it.
But Oh boy. You. Oh goodness gracious. You see for the pretty much I guess this is the best way I can actually show it to you. So you see this individual off to the side. Now granted, it is completely made out of stone, so there is no coloring to it obviously, so you got to use your imagination, but this is what they look like over here. Oh goodness.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck my shit up.
When Ilva knows, like, yeah, don't try this guy.
That man's got a scary face, dude. No, thank you.
It's not a scary everything. He's ripped.
V is for villain, by the way, guys. Just letting you guys know.
Alright. That said, Ilva, you noticed that over to the side? Are you doing anything? That's only Ilva, by the way, because she's all the way up close.
I think at that point I would just fall halfway.
Alright. You can move your character.
That's a druid. Who is that?
I can't move.
Oh, gotcha, my bad. Like, just go. What are you doing? Just go. Come on.
Yeah, just hit the gas. Hit the
Come
gas.
on, Animus. You got it.
Yes.
Alright. As you're asking, seriously, you're asking, Kaio.
Hiya.
Gotcha.
Ren.
You ask Kaio Ren, who this individual is, and he's gonna need to make, this. Where is it? Boop. Not entirely sure from what I can tell, but they seemed with that sort of muzzle on their face. And it's not, from what the stories I heard, it's not too uncommon of a thing for the Yasuda. Does it have like this statue, does it have like a name on it or something?
I don't know.
Well, I would love to sort of walk over and see, but you know.
Hearing that it's Yasuda based, Zale's gonna move up and try to look at it.
Alright. Zale, as you're kind of walking past, you see on this sort of rock off to here, you see as a sort of it has a sort of Yasuda sort of embedded off to the side. Like Clan Yasuda, the name of it. Or kind of embedded into the stone, but you walk over closer and you see as the statue does have a name, but the name seems to reside in Whisper.
Ah. Is that in common or infernal?
It is in common.
Oh. Does that ring a bell or no?
For you, no.
Thought so. Just needed to make sure. Gonna walk back. That's Whisper.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh no. Did I say something wrong?
You said the word.
Animus, make the highest saving throw you've got.
Not my brain.
But
God.
I didn't say
Something
the
bad.
C word.
Oh goodness.
Highest saving throw. Alright, time for a wisdom saving throw.
Here we go.
I'm so sorry, Animus. I feel so bad.
19.
19, is that the final roll?
I can't guidance myself, so. Nope. That's it.
Alright, if that is it.
Actually, do I have an experience? Do I have a sorry, do I have an inspiration point? Let me double
Yeah,
check.
you got a D4 from before, yeah?
No, I think it's just a point.
The inspiration points didn't carry over. Unless anybody wanted to give an inspiration point like that like the players have and all that stuff, then it is assumed that you do not, if no one can remember.
I'll give him a D4 of mine, the one you gave me before.
Alright, if you want to add a D4 to it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
It doesn't work. You can't give inspiration points after the roll is already called for, chat. It just gets added on afterwards.
That's a 2, so that is 19 from
21.
yeah.
21. All right. You also get another inspiration point from chat. It's a D4. But as this sort of happens, you begin to hear the word whisper once more, and you look over towards the individual, as sort of Leonin. And you guys all watch as Sirius's form begins to turn astral for a brief moment in time. And you guys look over as several bits of astral figures begin to slowly form before him and behind him. Other individuals of different sort of shapes and sizes, but one in particular begins to sort of walk past them all. They seem to have sort of pointy ears for the most part, so elven at the least. And I look towards this sort of statue. And you, Sirius, begin to sort of have one of the strangest experiences before. You begin to almost feel as bits of almost information, bits of knowledge begins to form into the likes of your head, and you see yourself or something else in the likes of a cave. Far, it feels so far away, but while you find yourself in this cave, you see several dozen statues and more scattered about. And you look over and you see as they begin to sort of shatter one by one. This statue in particular, you look over and you see it shattering before you and several other individuals. You look up ahead and you see the likes of an individual who seems to be that made with like a sort of serpentine body below them and a sort of humanoid top half. It's residing there in that of a sort of statue of or stone figures and more, waiting as almost you and these other individuals begin to sort of walk closer. And as this happens, eventually the vision begins to slowly fade, and you begin to see as you're sort of breathing heavier and heavier and heavier, this sort of memory that isn't yours begins to almost become yours for moments. And you hear just sort of one word. Oh boy. Fellows.
I should not.
And as that happens, oh boy. Sirius, you just sort of you sort of reside there, and all the visages of the figures begin to slowly fade back into him, just sort of coursing with this astral light. However, that is sadly where we're going to have to call it, because we are at time. So.
Oh shit! Damn!
What the fuck did I do?
Oh man, goodness gracious.
I didn't even say the C word.
You did not say the C word. That was an echo call, my friend.
Gas.
Oh, goodness. Well, actually, I'll ask him when he's gone for a second. But, oh gosh, I wonder if Animus remembers that one from a while. Animus, do you remember that one from a while? I doubt you do.
I know. That was my first session in Project Aurora.
From long ago. I was surprised you remember that from that was at least more than a year ago.
Oh man, that's when I did my first Hexblade's Curse and Eldritch Blast.
Oh, the thing.
3 times except for getting petrified.
Well, the question is, why the fuck is he here though? But we'll have to figure all that stuff out later.
Oh wait!
Oh, the fuck!
Oh damn! All right, now I know who that is.
You're the only person that can have that information, my friend, currently. Besides, well, you know the others, but yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to figure all that stuff out. I'm gonna break down chat and everything. Who wants to raid? Hey, Matt or Ducky, who wants to raid?
Ducky.
Do it for Ducky.
No, I'm going for a nap. I'm not feeling well, so it's all good.
All right, I give to Matt then.
Appreciate the thought though.
What the fuck did I do?
Oh, goodness
I
gracious.
said a word!
I said a word! Oh my god! Alright, I'll be right back, guys.
Bye-bye.
Alright, thank you everybody for watching and tuning in. A little bit of a roleplay session, all that stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Little bits of lore and also lots of information that the players now know that wasn't known to them previously about even the likes of Voden. Oh man, I can see them freaking out right now. But even the likes of Voden, but the Forbidden Expanse, and even the bits of the the lore on the Oculi clans as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed all of that. We're gonna throw over a raid to Chaotic and Writer, and I want you guys to go. He is actually my DM for Tales of Seglaza. You can catch that at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time on Thursdays. And yeah, it's pretty freaking sick. I get to play Rashid, an Oculi sorcerer actually. I'm trying to figure out where to raid. And how to do that. There we go. I lost the button to how to do it. But also, excuse me. Also, real quick, for those of you guys who are interested, I am a professional dungeon master and I run a giant persistent universe known as Project Aurora, where that campaign that I mentioned, Tales of Seglaza, also takes place in the same universe as all the sort of Soulbound games and all that. So, hey, if that sounds interesting to you, if you want to join, be a player, be a dungeon master, be any person a part of this project to help it sort of grow and flourish, join the Discord because we have an awesome D&D community there and we'd love to have you. Alright, Chaotic and Rider, boop. We're gonna start the raid. Everybody, join forth and gather for the raid to Matt's channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys. Oh boy.